Hello, and welcome back to the Coastal Conclave for yet another Thursday. I'm just going to fix my camera.
That water bottle is not period appropriate, Richard.
No.
Always stay.
As you can see, we are currently down one cast member in that Katie
Our
is sick.
table looks so lonely.
But I will throw to Richard will still do it because Andrew is just setting up.
No, I'm good to go.
And we don't have
Unless you want to go, you want to do
Let's
it?
go.
I'm happy to do
So we'll
it.
throw the sponsors while I just do the
Right.
camera while still talking.
You are all prepped.
We should
You
spread out. Looks so tiny.
How
next to me.
gracious of you. Yeah. Hi everybody, it's Richard here. I'm filling in for Andy who's getting his dice all together. So allow me to tell you about some of our amazing sponsors. To start off with, we have Eldritch Foundry. So as always, Eldritch Foundry are giving us 15% discount on single mini purchases by using the link eldritch-foundry.com and put in the code theconclave15, all one word. Now, who are Eldritch Foundry? Many of you may be asking right now. Well, they're a free web-driven character creator that allows you to design and order customized, and let me just tell you, realistic miniatures for your tabletop games with unparalleled levels of detail, with hundreds of weapons and clothing options, mounted units, and fully posable forms. Your unique hero is only mere minutes away. So don't delay. Build and get your very own fully customized miniature today. That sparkle sound is just naturally happening when I talk about it.
Level up your miniature.
Right? Guys, I don't know. Do we? I mean, Andy's doing some dice here. I'm getting the hunger for some dice. Well,
Should we roll?
how about we roll with advantage?
Oh, damn.
It's a 1.
No, roll it.
Roll it again. Roll it again.
Roll a better. What was it?
20.
That's right.
See, guys, roll with advantage, and when you roll with advantage, story just happens. So our roll with advantage discount is continuing to extend. So if you
It
use
never
the
ends.
link rollwithadvantage.com.au/pages/coastalconclave, all one word, you can get 12% off your roll with advantage orders. So look, these dice, we talk about them every week. Aaron just did a great demo, 1s and 20s. Could you ask for more? The funnest of numbers.
4.
That was
They
pretty
are
good
a Melbourne-based, family-owned and operated dice company, dice shop, dice organisation, dice empire. I can't recommend them enough. Go on there, check out their stuff. They're really great. And remember, rolladvantage.com.au/pages/coastalconclave. Input that link. And the last shout out, driving home our community support. We've got Elemental Arcade. Elemental Arcade, it's a great game shop in Gosford. Beautiful city, which is fairly close by to us in proximity. All are welcome to Elemental Arcade. They do great D&D nights. These guys go there. These guys DM there.
Fun fact, if you climb up on the roof, you can't actually see Gosford.
That is a true.
Yeah.
That's a guarantee, guys. That's a
Do not
Coastal
climb on the
Conclave
roof. The Coastal Conclave
guarantee.
does not go climbing on the roof.
If you find the secret password and get all the coloured keys and access the roof, you can see Gosford. So
Live your best Batman dreams.
you can do anything at Elemental Arcade, including be Batman. So yeah, check out Elemental Arcade for those who are local, for those who are further afield. It's a really great place, and we love our affiliation with them. I think that's probably all the sponsors, unless anybody else has something they'd like to add. Speak now or forever hold thy peace.
Awesome.
Was that what you were adding?
No. Yes. Another fun fact is I went into the Warhammer store the other day and I just heard this, "Hello, Luke." And then Nat was just there behind the camera. So Nat from Elemental Arcade is also at the Warhammer store sometimes.
Yeah.
Nice.
Lincoln was very excited.
That is what a great cross promotion.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it when these kind of like this multiverse for us is combining.
Yeah.
Coastal Conclave.
I never really thought about the
The Coastal Conclave-verse.
the 2 degrees of separation that exists in the Central Coast is actually just the clashing of many universes. It's all
It makes sense now.
yeah.
Alright. Unless we have any other general announcements,
Awesome.
other than go online onto Redbubble and buy some cool stickers. I haven't added the Izmir sticker yet.
Soon.
Never.
I'll be around.
Other than that, we will go around and give you a quick introduction to our players. We are missing Katie this week, so Eleni will be piloted by probably me.
Nice.
Or, Mitch, you can take Eleni if you want.
No, I'm not coming into that one.
Just set her to auto punch.
Do you really pilot Eleni, or does Eleni pilot you?
Realistic.
Let's find out.
Yeah.
She just goes back to spouse slot.
Alright, so we'll start on our left. So we'll start with Erin. Yes, Eleni picked up something.
Hi, I'm Erin. I play Isabel Winterflaw. I just joined last session.
Greetings, intrepid adventurers. I am Mike, and I am playing Faustus Delafay, divine soul sorcerer, roleplayed as a priest of Eldith. And he also, fun fact, loves dancing in strip clubs, apparently.
Confirmed.
I'm Mitch. I am playing Ismir Stormcrown, the cleric / paladin. Here for a good time.
Oh, hello. I didn't see you there. My name's Richard. I play Lolliput Lothenway, the shadow sorcerer, drow. Now, Lolliput, he's a bit of a card. You'll love him when you get to know him.
Hello everybody, I'm Andrew and I finally got myself sorted at the table. I also play Lilith, our crazy, as we learned last session, daughter of the Unseelie Court.
Your Majesty!
Half a blade singer.
She's a princess.
Pure chaos and
Check out the recap.
violence. And yeah, check out the recap of all the good things.
That recap.
She likes taking things from people, too.
Huh?
She likes taking things.
I like taking things from people and then I hang them in a necklace around my neck.
No.
Alright, thank you for that, everybody. We will do a quick recap from last week, but Andrew pretty much just covered it.
Previously on the Chronicles of
Hey guys, can I just do a quick shout out?
Mm-hmm.
If I was to say BRB,
Mm-hmm.
what do you guys think that would stand for?
Be right back.
Be right back.
Blue righteous blueberries?
So sounds good.
Yeah. I feel like.
I think we have a streamer in the name of Katie, and she sent me the message: BRB just smashing some gnomes. And I may have asked, what does BRB mean?
I proceeded to shame him.
Yep.
If you're
Like
still
that.
confused, players at home, don't worry, you're not alone.
Yeah.
So last session, moving on very, very quickly. The group fled from the elven city of Ishvanor as quickly as possible.
Fled, or just moved quickly.
Fled, I think so.
Yeah, we ran away.
Moving into the forest itself, where they parted ways with the dwarven blacksmith Aradon, who continued north to Moander, not before giving Eleni a pin to identify herself upon arrival. We also learnt some very interesting information about Lilith's possible origin story, in that she may well be the illegitimate child of the Emperor of the Aralaran Imperium. And that is basically where we pick up.
I pick my drawer up off the floor. Oh wait, no, that's already happened.
Were we in the process of making camp when we finished up last
We
night?
were heading into the woods,
Heading
yeah.
into the woods.
Yeah.
Into the woods.
And then we bust out into song.
Into the wild, even.
Please, Izmir.
I'm done. Copyright.
Yeah.
You get 5 seconds.
Didn't know you were a bard.
Sorry. Just the wind.
We sure we're going the right way? This doesn't look like the right way.
Well, you ran off, didn't you?
The wind.
I'm just going to quickly take that because I don't know why streaming you right now. But you guys can take over with setting up some roleplay.
Oh no.
So, wait,
I will be BRB.
Yeah.
we've only been going in one direction the whole time. To begin with.
Are you sure about
And
that?
to finish with, you're a double princess?
That was my interpretation of it.
Double princess.
What is a double princess?
At least.
What is a double princess? As far as I know, you might be the first one ever.
It's rather self-explanatory, isn't it?
Yes.
I mean, I understand the principle of it, but that doesn't make any sense. Because the princess has to be a legitimate heir of a throne and within a court. I'm not that for the emperor. Not that I know of. Should we go and ask him? Maybe we need to stop where we're going and just go to what's the capital of this stupid
Aralar.
country called again?
Aralar.
I think we should just continue to make wild suppositions.
Yes, in the middle of nowhere in the forest.
Why not?
Where surely we won't be attacked by anybody.
Well, who's going to attack us here?
Safest place you can be.
Roll for initiative.
In the middle of a forest.
Does anyone,
Who
It's
knows?
about this time, you know.
does anyone smell Kraken?
What is that?
No, none of that.
You have to try it. They batter it. They serve it on a lovely bed of kale.
Sometimes.
It's
There's such thing as a lovely bed of
My cow does not exist in a month.
What?
Well, what have I been eating this whole time?
What is kale?
Hard water.
That's the
Wow.
plastic garnish.
Look,
I'm
I may
surprised.
not be from here, but I know that we should probably find a bearing and stick to it. Who is here is good at navigation.
Maybe the person who ran off at 2 times Mach
I'm
speed.
back with the rest of the group. You guys followed. It's not my fault.
Lily and I have traversed woods and cliffs and mountains and streams. I could probably find our bearings if you would like with a +6.
That's it, Ishmael. Fill us with confidence.
Go ahead and make a survival check.
Thank you. I was hoping that was the one he was asking for. That is going to be a 23.
You know that your destination was somewhere about a day's travel or so to the northeast. The main road out was heading more northwest because it links back up with the main road into Moander. But if you bear generally northeast, you should come to where you want to go. And you know that is in that direction. I'll go actual northeast with me.
That way is somewhat correct, but that is more correct that way.
Alright, well, lead on.
The more correct way.
More correct way. Where are we going again? Blight? No. Underdark.
Oh wait, where?
Corrupted Grove, which will lead us to the Underdark.
Yeah, that's the one.
Isn't that right?
Yes, I believe so.
Yes. It's time to see this corruption.
I can't wait. And I'm like behind you, just like, I can't wait. It's so crazy. I'm just like walking with you with hands like this. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
We've come so far that it's almost like we're friends.
Don't insult me like that.
Sorry,
I don't have friends, I have acquaintances.
Your Majesty. Forgive me.
Ooh, double majesty.
Your double Majesty.
Does that mean I get to boss you guys around twice?
I'm not from here.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
It is approaching early afternoon, and you are currently in a fairly vibrant part of the Venoran forest. I'll leave my description go. So what would we like to do? We're continuing on? Alright. So, as you journey through the verdant forest, everything appears quite ordinary. The path meanders beneath the lush canopy, dappled sunlight streaming through the leaves, casting enchanting shadows upon the forest floor. Birdsong fills the air, the gentle hum of insects buzzes around. Nature's symphony is in full swing, and the world around you seems at peace.
I don't feel right.
Something is off.
It's too nice and pleasant.
I feel
You notice that?
perhaps we need a song for the travel. Isabel, do you know any songs of Ioun? Maybe some poetry or something. Regale us.
I don't sing.
No?
No.
Do you speak? Like, verse?
Not quite.
Dirty limericks?
I mean, wisdom? I mean, they can
Yeah, well.
equal wit? Right?
How about you?
Yes, I know a few tunes, and I start to sing a song of Saloon. Yeah, Because we're approaching evening, right?
It's just early afternoon.
Early afternoon. So yeah, you get it. It's heading that direction. So I'll strike up a song. Is that better, Ishmael?
What, that ungulful noise that you're making? Yes, I think so. It makes it much more unpleasant.
Actually, with 7
Giving me
plus.
little orphan girl vibes in a house now.
Well, it's,
I don't like it.
it's 11. That's
Can I?
okay.
I want to help
Yeah.
by just giving you some bass,
Yeah.
some
All right.
bassy tracks.
Yeah, that's better. 19.
Comes in. What up?
There we go. Some beatboxing.
Oh, no.
Saloon, oh, the
Also begins to
stars.
sing a hymn of.
A saloon night's party.
Yeah, it's kind of like a lo-fi hip-hop saloon chant. Yeah.
We'll
So-
get that sort of in the studio this week.
Yeah.
99 points, but it's shuddering.
Here we go. That'll be our new theme song going forward.
Excellent.
Alright. So what formation do we have? Who's leading? Who's you're in the lead? 'Cause you're doing
Myself and my
survival.
best friend here are going to be leading the charge.
Yep. So Eleni, not so subtly, crashing through.
I'm behind wherever you are.
You have to
Yeah.
fix that. Keep kicking the combat counter.
I've also kind of nudged Eleni a little bit to remind her about her weapon of warning, sensing something's not quite right. Just
I
gonna
feel like that's
gently
quite
nudge her.
directly targeted at me.
I forgot. I
Just
forgot.
subtly,
Is that what you
Yay.
said?
Don't forget.
Yeah, 100%. So yeah,
I'm gonna be.
30 feet.
Yeah, it's only.
30 feet, Katie. 30 feet. Not that far.
little pin, little pin.
Lollipop's gonna be bringing up the middle, and he's gonna be doing that thing that kids do where they find a stick and it's just like whacking at bushes.
Something like a good stick.
I think Isabel would be towards the back, just kind of examining everything, just taking it all in.
I'm just trying to understand my new found friendship with her double Majesty.
When,
She's touching me a lot more than she normally does.
when the pushing in the back starts to become a caress on the nose.
I rolled to caress.
Yeah.
I failed. I punch him in the back.
Alright, so as the afternoon progresses, you do start to notice subtle signs of decay in the surrounding bushland. So the leaves of trees along the trail are beginning to wilt, the vibrant greens are fading to sickly hues of yellow and brown. Patches of once vibrant wildflowers are withered, petals crumpled, and the vibrant colours muted. I used vibrant a lot, didn't I? As if something is slowly choking the life and colour out of the forest.
There we go. I feel much better now. There's
this
definitely
feels-
something wrong.
This feels blighty.
Yeah.
Actually, I had a suggestion. Before we continue further into this dangerous place, do we have 6 hours to spare?
That's a very specific number there, Lilith.
But as soon as we get to
Just a light power nap then?
No, it's not a nap. I just need time to, and I pull out some of the scrolls and my spell book. I need to get these into here, and then I can do a bit more magic that'll assist us in not getting killed in this area.
Then I could go for a little hunt and rustle up some dinner if that's what we're interested in.
Not me getting killed, but by extension, I guess you guys cannot be killed as well.
That sounds very useful.
if we're spending 6 hours at one place, surely that's us setting up camp for the night.
Yes, but I won't be able to sleep. I also have to have sleep as well.
Yeah, but
So it's
you,
like,
I mean, like that's if we're spending 6 hours from here, it's early afternoon. We'll be surely dark by the time we finish.
yeah, well, and I point at the blind, and I'm just like, I don't want to deal with this further or get deeper into it until I feel that we have some protection.
And I look behind me and think back to the lovely bird song and bird sounds from 10 minutes ago. Alright.
What, you prefer this or you prefer that?
I mean, this
I'd go back.
This is a good middle ground. Right?
this makes me feel like something isn't going to, like fairies aren't going to stab me. But, I mean, that was nice.
I feel deeply uncomfortable here. I mean, does anybody... This decay of nature is awful.
All the sticks of shit.
This is going to sound bad, but I prefer to set up camp here as opposed to going back because that place creeps me out. This place I know is messed up at least.
we know we need to keep on guard here, whereas back there, we could let our guard down because it's so nice.
Exactly right.
Which, for me, it's not, because it's disgustingly nice, and I'm always
I stroke my beard, just pondering that logic, and I'll let it go.
Wonderful.
We need somewhere defensible. I mean, corrupted wildlife was reported, so even something that we could probably handle might be more formidable here.
Well, I'll leave that with the people who have an eye for it. And once we get set up, I'll get moving, and do it as much as
Isabelle, are you good at hunting monsters?
Yes, actually. I've done quite a bit of hunting on my other escapades.
Yes. Well, fantastic. For the surprises.
So-
She
Yeah.
She kind of just gives a quarter staff on her back with a bit of a tap. Just, yeah.
That's a good stick.
Maybe Eleni could guard the camp, and
it is a
perhaps
good-
Isabelle might go with you, Ishmove.
Well, yes. I was about to ask Eleni if she'd be interested in maybe doing our normal old barrier perimeter of slippery wet rocks. Never fails.
I've never heard of that one. I'll better write
yes.
it down in my book.
Try and smooth out the rock, find a nice smooth rock, maybe a bit of moss, pour some water on it. They'll trip up every time. Always works. Most of the time.
60% of the time, every time.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll make a display once we pick a campsite of putting out some stuff for her double Majesty. Really laying it on thick.
I actually completely go, thank you, servants. Now get the fuck out of my way. Chuck all the stuff down and start pulling out the scrolls, and then big stack of parchments, and I'll get the quilling
What if we started?
And I'm gonna spend 6 hours scribing Lehman's Tiny Hut. That's my spell book.
So you begin to do that. You're setting up a slippery wet rock.
Straight up, Eleni said it is peeing on rocks, basically.
So Eleni goes off. You're like,
and making them slippery.
this is just like I want to make fun of Katie.
Yeah, 100%.
You're like, go get some rocks, Eleni. So Eleni walks off and comes back with this huge boulder. Slams it down.
Just made basically a mini Stonehenge around it.
Alright. And what would you like to do? There's mention of some hunting. What would Isabelle like to do?
Hunting.
Hunting?
Yeah.
Alright.
So before we go down, sorry to interrupt. Before we go down, I'm just going to do 2 things. I'm going to do mage armor and gift of alacrity, mine once a day, Fey Gala, which will cover me for 8 hours.
Alright.
I'm going to pee on some rocks.
And I will, where there's any visible corruption, I will investigate that.
Okay, so we'll deal with that first. So the first signs of decay you see, where am I? There we go. Is odd splotchy discolorations on the tree trunks and some of the plant stems, with unsightly growths marring their once smooth surfaces. There's other fungus-like growths that are sprouted like grotesque ornaments otherwise of the trees. That form draws your eye to a rising sense of unease. As the closer you look, the more unusual and unsightly the manifestations of the corruption begin to come. And it's about this point on inspection that you notice that the bird songs has stopped. There are no sounds of wildlife.
I'm going to try to pray to Eldith for guidance and try to. So my intention is to make a connection, to bring Eldith's presence here as one of her priests.
Go ahead and make a religion check for me.
Oh no.
I suspect that even if my religion is very good, that is an 8.
So as you reach out with your faith, muttering a few words of prayer, you feel as though there's something oppressive pushing in against you, stopping any sort of divine connection.
Does my
And
mind
along
go?
with that comes a strange scent on the air. It is the unmistakable stench of decay, It's growing thicker and beginning to suffocate you, as it's a mix of sickening, rotting vegetation and the foul odour of stagnant water. And there's an earthy stink to it of soil turned over and rotted for far too long.
So who's still with me over here?
Did you go to the? You're right.
Well,
Okay.
Lilith's there.
Yeah.
Like I'm
Where
do we?
Just gotta
where
go
are
on.
we?
You're focused on your
I'm
task.
taking
Yeah, I like-
activities.
Yeah.
And then I start doing some flourish and arcane things, and the sparks happen. And I'm just like, that's a fucking tear that up, throw it
I
away.
won't disturb anybody with the smelly smells that I'm smelling.
So Lollipop is within the camp.
Yep.
He's taken his swishy stick. It's just kind of like walking around. He's not investigating the fight, but he is like looking for something to poke with his stick.
Something to poke.
Oh no.
You do find some of those strange fungal growths, absolutely.
Ooh. Hey,
Don't poke the fungal growths.
look. Oh, I look over and Lilith is kind of concentrating. And I'm like, oh.
And you see me over there looking just foul odor. I put
Frosters, I found some fungus. Look, it does weird things when you poke it with this stick.
fungus usually does.
As you
that.
poke it, it lets it sort of deflates as spores fly out into the air.
Oh,
Oh, don't breathe that in.
what are you laughing at?
It's like you've never been outdoors before.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not convinced.
Yeah. Okay.
Good argument.
I'm outdoors all the time.
Not the spores, but do you smell that deep rot, that smell of decay?
Isn't that normal?
I suspect not.
I thought
No.
that was the smell of the outdoors.
You're having grown up and know that nature should not smell like.
Being the great outdoorsman that you are, I was thinking claim to be, but are. Well, yes. I mean, surely you must know that it's not normal.
I mean, I guess it is kind of pommy. Yuck. Hey, where's the birds gone?
No bird sound. Do you think all of this is created by that artifact that Arctic was talking about? Was it Moander's Blackened heart?
Yeah, no, falseness. The birds were singing recently.
That's right.
I'd like to do a perception check,
Go ahead.
please.
Nice.
Very quiet.
Natural one.
The scratching of Lilith's quill into the spellbook is really getting on your nerves.
The occasional tearing.
Would have thought that a princess would have had a better education.
That's it. I'm out of here. I'm gonna like wander over to the perimeter of the camp, like the opposite side of the camp from where Lilith is, trying to kind of get away from some of that noise.
Make a dexterity saving throw for me.
That is 13.
13. You step on a rock, you've been covered in rocks. For a moment you lose your footing, but you manage to just...
Oh, I'm hit by the smell.
60% of
and
the
you
time.
just catch yourself and almost go to the ground.
Wow. Oh, who's been eating asparagus? What is... Oh.
We also don't have asparagus in Mom.
Is that true?
We've just been eating like handfuls of dirt and pieces.
Yeah.
God damn.
Pretty much asparagus.
Pretty much.
If you were crafting it on a Minecraft crafting table, that's what you get. Yeah, so that like... Oh, man, I hate the outdoors. This is rubbish.
I just, from the other side of the camp, because Lollyfoot's walked away, I just notice a petulant looking drow child stomping around.
That's back open. Alright. Isby and Isabel, you head off into the forest. Go ahead and make a survival check for me. With advantage because Isabel
Oh,
is
thank you,
something.
because that was
Oh,
Hell yeah, that was a 5. Okay. Put me down for 11, bro.
11.
19.
Alright. So,
Oh, don't worry. I'm so happy I got advantage because I also rolled a 1.
Oh my god.
it takes time. There are some signs of
Yep.
wildlife. I'm going to stop giving you advantage if I roll ones, aren't I?
No, thank you.
Yeah.
Please do.
Please continue
But
being nice.
You can't tell what kind of animal it is. You know, based off your surroundings, that there should be things like squirrels and mice and possibly some small marsupial type creatures that live in the forest. But you're not. Some of the tracks might be something like that, but they're just not quite right. It's like off about them. And as you move away from camp, you notice that the trees are becoming more and more grotesque. Their branches are gnarled and twisted like the gnashing teeth of some monstrous beast. Patches of corrupted earth stretch like festering sores, with almost like they've grown tendrils. The trees and plants have grown tendrils that link them to each other together, and it almost looks as if they are pulsating and moving with their own life force.
Isabel,
Yes,
you're investigating missing people, yes?
that's correct.
Have you seen any similar flora and fauna on your investigation thus far?
Can't quite say I have.
Nice.
This is a first.
I did like where we camped because it was somewhat spooky, but this is giving me vibes that I don't think I particularly want to eat anything from here.
We went from possible murder forest.
Yeah.
Oh, this is nice. Death forest.
Just a smidge of decay is good. This is a little bit too much for my liking, and
Yeah.
I've investigated quite a fair few scary areas, but this is I'll just use the word, it's quite gross to me. I'm not a fan. Would you like to backtrack and go back to the not so gross part of our camp?
Is the animal we saw still there?
You just found some tracks and you weren't able to
that's
identify
right.
exactly what kind of animal.
Just have a feeling if I shoot something that I think is a cute little tasty bunny, it's going to be like a bunny that's attached to like 7 bears or something, you know?
I understand what you mean.
Ah,
I understand what you mean.
I mean, are there any, Luke? Have we crossed any like rivers or streams in particular?
There is the smell of sort of stagnant water, but you haven't come across any actual.
Okay, so if I'm quietening and trying to listen, no rivers.
You make a perception check.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. I need to actually start rolling instead of dropping it. That's another 11. Yep. Cool.
Even in the silence, you would expect to be able to hear something if there was a water
Cool.
source nearby. You pick up.
You see, I don't think I'd even take a fish if I'm being honest.
Not with this rot, no.
Hmm.
We can head back. There may be some.
I'm definitely all for that because yes, there's something about being separate from our main group right now when we've maybe ventured in just a teensy bit too far. you know?
Yeah.
Yes. Wonderful.
Well, our other option is the not so joyful forest from before. The brain.
How far would that be if we go back to the PG version of the forest?
You'd have to backtrack probably about an hour,
No.
thinking back to probably the last place you heard some wildlife and no sort of blemish on the trees.
If I'm being honest, Isabel, I kind of want to go back and take my socks off. You know, we've got rations.
Yes.
We'll just eat some of the bread things that we have.
Yes, we can hold off for now.
I'm going to, with Isabel, then walk our way back to camp. But I'm going to try and be conscious of anything coming with me. Yep.
It's the bears.
Yep, that 7 bear with a rabbit on top. Yep.
Yep. So you're making your way back. What's your passive perception?
Make my way down here.
I do have them written somewhere.
That's a wonderful question that I've never written on my sheet, actually.
What's your wisdom?
+3.
10 plus 3.
16.
Plus.
what is it? 10 plus minus.
Plus your
yours.
modifier, and if you've got
Yeah.
proficiency
It
in
is
something,
17.
yeah,
I do
so
have
that's
proficiency in it then.
that's how
I
much.
like a saving throw, sorry.
It'll just be 10 plus 3.
Mad, 13. I like your number. It
You
is.
can get certain feats that will boost it.
Alright.
One of the
So you make your way back. You only travelled sort of 5-10 minutes away from camp. Moving back slowly, keeping, sort of focusing on your path back, but keeping a general ear and eye out for anything around you. You don't really notice anything. Isabel does notice that there's nothing physically moving or following, but the forest itself seems to be a writhing mass of interconnected tendrils and branches now.
Shall we hurry up? This.
Oh, yeah, yes. What are you seeing that I'm not, sorry?
Can she point out the tendrils
Yeah,
and shit?
so
Just-
as Isabel sort of points out, you notice that based off what you saw before, once it's pointed out, you see it quite easily that unlike before where it was just individual trees that were rotted and decaying, now it looks like it's just one mass. It's all interconnected through gnarled roots and extended tendrils off the trunks of branches and trees, and the plants seem to have little vines attaching themselves, and you can sort of see there's like a little pulsing mass that goes through them every so often.
Oh, yuck. Yeah.
Some kind of transfer of sustenance
I think,
or
I think
communication.
you made
Okay.
a good call.
Yeah.
Power walking. Yes, that's...
She has.
Ugh.
Wait, what's your natural walking?
My walking speed?
Yeah.
Just 30.
It was gone.
Yeah, Isabel's gone.
Oh, okay. I'm going to start actually running it.
Doing the real.
Yeah. Captain Kim.
Alright.
Can you pass me a cookie?
Yeah. Yeah, have a cookie
Oh,
whilst you're running away.
You make it back to camp unhindered, and you're free to report your findings to the rest of the group if you would like.
My best friend right here has asked if they can commune with nature and see what's up if there are any animals or whatever.
Because that sounds like exactly what Eleni would do. Just
Yeah.
commune with nature.
Yeah. Does Eleni have the commune with nature?
I think she's got the totem.
She's got the totem, hasn't she?
Yeah. So totem of something.
I feel like there's this whole side to Eleni that is just suddenly becoming apparent. It's sands, tusk daggers, and dropping carts on people.
It was with the summer that she spent in that commune.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Alright. So,
She actually never hurts people.
Eleni gains some insight into this.
Arctic
based off
changed
the
her.
spell. Surely that's not the spell. It's way too high level.
Let's go with it.
5th level.
No, that's
Commune
not
to
right.
nature's that's the wrong spell.
I think she's maybe not saying that as an actual spell,
Yeah.
but more as like just a general term. she definitely wouldn't know any 5th level spells. She hasn't got that far.
When I read the effects of it, I was like,
no.
Alright, I'll roll a d1 and see how well Eleni connects with the land.
No spell. Do it. Well, no.
Okay.
I don't know what that
Eleni sits cross-legged and goes into like a little trance. An unusual side of Eleni that you haven't seen before. Let me just stop my computer from resetting. And she closes her eyes. You can see that she's meditating or something along those lines, or as near as Eleni could get to meditation.
Does she deeply?
And it's a bit of a growl. As she sort of growls at the land to try and get some information off it, as if trying to bully.
When you said connect with the land, you meant punch it.
Yeah.
Now,
But
that seems on brand.
She does get the general sense that, yes, there is definitely a foreign corruption here
Yeah.
that is incredibly unnatural.
It's not a spell. It's
But
different.
bearing-
Oh, nothing.
Actually, it just thinks of that.
Do we know what totem she is? What totem was she? I forgot. Doesn't matter. Anyway, we'll keep on. Eleni learns that, and you can have some secret information later, Kate. You can finally get your secret text message. There is a definite I don't want to use the word terrestrial because we're not on there. Non-terrestrial presence around in the land here. It is not from this plane of existence.
Would you say an
So,
alien presence?
Aleti knows that.
Eleni knows that.
But
Does the lady
she's
share
she's
that?
definitely not sharing that with us. She's just going to say something smart ass like, something's weird here. That's it. I would imagine.
I like to think that during this bit, I've got a little cooking fire going, maybe, and just starting.
So cooking, as Faustus is preparing a pleasant meal.
Nothing we brought back.
Spices, and
They come back empty-handed, so slight moment of disappointment from
Looks like rations back on the menu, boys.
Lollipop's doing that thing with his stick now where he's like picking out the moss from the grooves of his boot. The piss smelling moss, by the way. Leaning against one of the trees, just picking it out. Looking thoroughly unimpressed.
touching the tree, just to clarify.
Yeah.
What?
Nothing happens.
con save.
The biggest pulsating sucks you in.
Ooh, you don't have to pay extra for that.
Alright.
Slow to
What else, is there anything else we would like to do in our 6-hour break that Lilith has requested?
I'm just going to sulk and eat my rations.
Yeah.
And just kind of like have a bit of an uneasy shiver as I'm kind of looking back where Isabel and I just came from. Like, I don't like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I put my cloak tighter around me. I might just, cook some of the herbs that I've got, just so we've got a nicer smell in the air, than that foul stench.
Bit of a yes, it's a bit of a bad vibe going on this campsite tonight.
There is.
Yeah.
And the herbs and spices that Faustus is cooking overpower it briefly. It's probably not quite strong enough to make it disappear entirely, so it's an uncomfortable few hours.
Does it smell like somebody sprayed Lynx deodorant on food?
Yeah. Get that initial, and then it's that. And then the two smells sort of intermix in a sickly meshing
Yeah.
of.
I'm getting a headache.
I feel like I'm back at spell slots again.
Smell sluts
Probably
smell
not as
better
bad.
than
I don't know what
this.
you guys are complaining. This is what the Feywild smells like all the time.
Oh,
Yeah, it's probably not too bad for Lilith, to be honest, yeah.
How do you put up with this, Lilith?
You live in it for like forever, and it becomes like, what do you call that thing? Your brain stops registering that. Like a
doesn't
person
sound
who
good.
farts in a room.
What's
He's
that?
After a certain point in time, you don't smell the fart. The smell has gone away. Your brain has just decided to not register that. The smell's there.
Is that how that really works?
Yeah.
Oh god.
Lillith's expression changes from like outrage to sympathy as he realizes they found Lilith living in the sewer, and he's like, "Oh, I understand."
I will post that roll on socials later. But effectively, we just rolled to see how long it was that Lilith got uninterrupted,
Was it one?
and it was 6 hours. So just as Lilith closes,
She's just like,
alright,
I've
you
got
do hear the echoing thud of what you assume to be some heavy footsteps as they thunder through the surrounding decay.
Somehow I feel like it's just the Jurassic Park T-Rex like roll through and then the water bottles start to just go. Anybody feel that?
It's the puddles around the slippery rocks that Ishmael was
Lollipop looks around for confirmation. This isn't nature, though, right?
Do we get a sense where that sounds come from?
Go ahead and make a perception check. Where's the time?
16.
16. Anyone who you've all heard the initial thud, so you can all make a group perception check.
Why am I rolling so many
Fail.
ones?
Fail.
22.
22, 16.
If you want your dice.
No, this is my lucky dice.
16.
16. Okay. And was there a natural one in there? Was there?
It was a 2.
It was a 2. Alright. It takes a moment as the group sort of collectively looks around to narrow it down.
Putting my spell.
It appears to be coming directly from the east.
Like literally the direction we have to go.
Yes.
Fantastic.
And it is growing louder.
I think there's something on the
But
way
it
here.
continues.
Oh, it's the herbs. Process. Put out your herbs. Put out your herbs now.
Look, it's smother the herbs and
It's just 11 herbs and spices. We should have known to lure them in.
I don't know. How do you smell the herbs?
with water.
Okay, fair
Mr. DM, I would like
There's
to
no
cast a
water.
third level spell,
And then just like sizzling for some reason.
Shadow Blade. So you watch as I incant a quick elven sort of like rhyme again.
Use the heart.
The heart takes a minute to cast.
Alright, so.
You got a minute.
Sorry, it takes 10 minutes to cast. Because I haven't got it prepared, so I have to ritually cast.
As you are there, intently listening, you start to see the nearby trees shake under the impact of the approaching footsteps. And
I don't think we have time for the huts.
about 10 seconds later, a grotesque aberration appears. And
10 minutes later.
as it pushes
You
through...
said 10 minutes later, did you? You said a
10
couple minutes.
seconds.
10 seconds later.
He's, I
You had me go for a second. I was like,
That would be the
did you just say
longest
10
time
minutes?
to be treated.
folks at home in the chat. Did he say seconds or minutes? Because I think he said minutes.
It's like the scenes in the Tiger with the sloth. You're like, ah! It's like...
I was just thinking, yeah, awesome powers.
Get out
Anyway, you see it barrel through the trees and its eyes fixate on the group. What you see is
Oh no.
a grotesque aberration of nature. It appears to be some kind of strangely elongated bear that stretches to monstrous proportions. Based off where you are, it looks like it measures about 10 to 15 feet in length.
Ew.
Its once powerful legs now hang limply, nearly lifeless at its side, while peculiar branch-like appendages seem to sprout from its underbelly, creating a surreal and unsettling sight as it drags itself forward. It's more akin to that of a black bear. It appears as though it's been cruelly twisted and gnarled by some dark magic or unnatural force. The grotesque transformation is such that only the exaggerated, overlarge teeth remain as vestiges of its former living self. But what truly chills you, as it opens that maw to roar in your direction, is the emergence of a second maw from the rotting flesh, a gruesome testament to the unholy sentience and corruption that has taken root within the wretched creature. As that second maw stretches out, it appears to be made entirely of plant matter, dripping in
So it's like an alien situation.
some sort of smoking liquid. Yes, very much like a xenomorph.
Nobody move. Its eyesight is probably based on as it roars. I was wrong.
straight to us. Trust me.
Bosses, don't move. Bosses, don't move.
Don't worry, it'll
You would
slip on the
like
piss rocks.
if you are currently logged into Discord anywhere.
Ooh, let's see what
If
this
this
looks
is
like.
on the Discord, everyone get in there. I will put it in the one that everyone can see, the interdimensional doorway. It looks a little bit like this.
Well, the
Well, that.
interdimensional doorway is the only way people who are subscribed
You
can
might
see it. So if you want to see it,
Yeah.
subscribe.
Yeah.
It's still loading.
And also, if you subscribe, you also don't get the ads. You get all our emojis, and you get to be our best friends.
So at this point, we will roll. Hang on, I'll set up and we'll roll some initiative for you guys.
Light shall not obscure you, foul demon!
To the battle cam.
I'm looking forward to see what this is because
If I actually kick this camera more.
I've pictured this monster to be something like Winnie the Pooh crossed with a centipede.
Unfortunately, I do not have a specific mini that resembles the creature.
That's sick.
It's coming from this. Actually, can that be seen?
No, look
Gotta put it somewhere where we can see.
Act surprised.
It's just a bear mini people. It's not this tree
I'm
over.
trying to emoji.
Interesting.
How do I emoji it?
What are you looking at?
Those photos.
Get our group minis.
Stupid.
That's gonna be fun.
Just press down on that.
Very gross.
Choose one.
Just goes over to eBay, starts buying a couple of things. Oh, I'm sorry. Wait, why is
Don't worry about it. I'm just buying this for you.
Yeah, you guys are in the central area here.
Jacuzzi.
Ollie puts.
That's so good.
That is a sick looking bear.
Yep.
That's sick.
A lot of effort when it's there.
Yeah, that's right. Put the priest up the front. That's a good idea.
Yeah, well, we all backed away while you were standing.
Oh, that's canon. Okay.
And
Faustus is getting very cranky about this disgusting bear, though. Represents.
She'll just be like in a tree somewhere.
oh, that's actually going to work perfectly well because we've got flat tree drops.
We do have flat tree.
Beautiful.
That's fine.
All right.
Brennan and painted this week.
That's amazing.
As the bear flies through, knocks over that tree there, as you can see now on battle cam, I think everyone's in the scene. Just a little bit off. There we go. That's not too bad. So we will roll some initiative. Where's my tracker gone? Oh, I don't have my tracker figured out. This was so silly. So. Well, the music stopped as well. Didn't even notice.
It's like the birds.
That's how excited I was to drop this guy on you. I'll fix that in a second. I just need my stat block. Where's it gone? There it is. Okay, so. Write him down first. Anyone 25 to 20?
20. 22.
23.
I rolled an 11.
Isabel.
But I have gifted alacrity and I rolled a 7.
23.
And I have +4.
Lilith.
I thought I rolled pretty well, and then all of you
22.
clowns rolled better.
Ismir.
It's because we are better.
Oh!
15.
Alright, princess.
15 to 20.
Sorry.
18.
16 for me.
Oh, yeah, so bad.
I didn't say anything. Man.
You gave me a look that made me think it was some 10.
16.
Wow. What is this? Do you need to talk about it? Guys, sorry, this is not rehearsed. There's some tension happening here. You know what? Alright, I'm fine on last. Guys, go first.
Alright, so Isabel will be first. Let me sort out some.
You know what? Lollipop's happy with that. Okay. I don't know why you're making such a big thing about it.
So the bear is barreling down. It is currently not quite to scale, so we'll say it's about 35 feet away.
Is it running at like a bear's pace, or is it like...
You don't know yet.
Oh.
It's kind of just bursted out down the growth and stopped. And then roared at us.
Burst out, taking 10 minutes to do so.
So
Got
the bear
stuck.
And tackle once a day if it rolls 160. There we go. Okay. What would you like to do?
Where am I actually?
Oh my god. I didn't get it.
I am not there.
You do not teach this.
Oh.
That's so cool.
Because at this point we find out Isabel is a figment of your money. I'll just pop a quick
Yeah.
substitute in. Because I don't know where your minis go.
That could possibly be a bit too loud.
It's easy.
Yeah, it's all good.
That could be you for now.
I like the volume,
Yeah, sorry, I haven't
personally.
printed though.
Just feel the tension.
I only got confirmation which one she wanted to print today.
Big bad bear energy.
So I don't
Hopefully that music's a bit better for everyone. I'm going to tilt this back so I can stand a little bit and reach and things. Just make sure I'm still on camera. It's not too bad.
This is sometimes I always get confused about.
Yeah.
With the spell
So
thing.
can I do both of them in one round? Bonus and action.
Yes.
So
Because
Isabel.
that is cantrip.
Yes.
So as long as,
that's the design
so as long as one of them is cantrip,
That's what I thought.
you can do a full level spell.
Isn't Lilith on the tree?
yeah.
No, she's
What's
That's
that?
why I think
Who's on the
like,
tree?
Shark Guardian
That's
and then
Lilith's
use,
familiar.
Spiritual
okay.
weapon. Yeah, it doesn't work because
Okay,
it's both
okay,
full.
okay.
Yes, okay, I understand. So it's
Isabel
kind of
will
like there's
approach
multiple
the
channels.
front of the group with quarterstaff and ready in attack. Just an unarmed strike with her quarterstaff. Not that close.
You
Not that
have
close.
distance enough to close in if you want to.
Not that close.
So
Alright.
aggressive.
And we'll ready if the bear attacks. She will attack.
Ready? Alright.
Just basically
Lilith.
scene the person's running out of.
It's a scene, seeing Isabel run past, I'm just like, oh, I get to see the new one start to fight. We'll see how good you really are. As I start to twirl and pirouette and speak in like an elvish
Ballerina.
blade song. And I'm going to try and speak this, so I apologize for any Tolkien fans out there. That I managed to translate the blade songs that I've spoken each time into actual Elvish. So it's Aradna, Nin, Aldonaith, Dor, Meleth, Na En, Uin, Gwirir. Which approximately translates to Once Upon a Midnight Dreary as I sang my blade song Weary. So as I start that blade song, you see sort of shadowy tendrils start to whip around her, giving her additional speed and agility. And I will, that's my bonus action, I'm going to run up to it and I'm going to smack it because I have 50 feet movement.
What spell did you
Go
use?
ahead and roll attack.
So blade song
I'll
is just
try
my
any.
blade singing.
And we'll just have to.
Now-
Katie, you can just quickly text me all your
DM.
attack bonuses and stuff.
Is the canopy creating dim light? Is it the evening now?
No, because there's basically no canopy here because everything is rotted and corrupted. It is closing on 8 o'clock, so it is dark now. Yeah.
Excellent. In dim light, the shadow blade
36
gives
hours.
me advantage.
Ooh, that's good.
You just got 6 hours in.
That is a 17 plus 7, making it a 2040.
That does hit.
And I'm casting it with Booming Blade, so I add that, I add that, I add that, and I add that.
God dang.
And we'll make the red one the Booming Blade. So it's taking 2 of the, that's actually very crap roll, 2 of the Thunder and the Lightning Thunder. And then we've got 9 points of psychic damage.
Cool. Alright, so.
Then it glows with a radiant hue of energy, and then I will move back. Was 35 away from me?
Yep.
I'll move back 15 feet.
Alright.
And because I've got mobile, it doesn't get attacked at all.
Feet, so next to that tree
And I
there.
yell out to Edolin, assist anybody else that gets in amongst it, but try and let it draw it in a little bit closer so it takes the damage from the spell I just cast on it.
Huh?
Alright. The creature roars up on its hind legs in response to that attack. It doesn't appear to have done a huge amount of damage. It is still seems to be wholly intact. Is me.
Okay. Seeing this big boy coming at me, I am going to instantly cast my Sacred Flame on him to see how well he likes a bit of radiant damage. Yay! That's a good one. That is going to be 24 to hit.
Sacred Flame should be a
Dex save.
Dex save.
But good roll.
But good roll. Which he rolls a 16 on. So he saves.
Damn it.
So it just sort of
Okay.
fizzles out
Yep.
as though there's no real connection to.
Yep, immediately.
Oh
Okay, old fashioned. I bring out Rune Reaper and I'm going to raise it high and with my bonus action cast Divine Favor on myself.
Are you moving into melee?
Nope, I'm going to
Closer?
come I'm going to walk up, I'm going to say I'm going to go just in front of our casting friend there that I'm next to. Yes. Just to kind of put a little bit of come to me, but I don't want to get too close.
That's alright. Okay.
So, Booming Blade will hit it.
Faustus.
I think Faustus is I'm gonna lose my cool a little bit. And from where I stand, I raise my arcane focus and cast a 3rd level guiding bolt at this guy.
Go ahead and roll your attack.
That's 19 to hit.
That does hit.
Okay. Here we go. Come on, baby. Okay, so that is is 10, 15, 19, 21, 26 radiant damage.
As that radiant bolt slams into the center of its chest as it's still on its hind legs, driving it back half a step, burning away a few of the remaining tufts of original bear fur. They singe away.
And I will just step off to the side towards this tree trunk over here. Yep.
Yep.
Perfection.
Lollipops.
Would you say I'm within 60 feet of the bear?
Yes.
Great. So, and I can see the bear? Or would I need to move?
You can see it.
Great.
It's
So,
big enough that you can definitely see it.
Lollipop can see all of his companions in close quarters and is quite happy to stay far back here near this stump. He's going to reach through the shadows with his mind and find the bear's mind, and almost in like a grip that tightens, he casts Mind Sliver. So that is an intelligence saving throw, please.
That thing's got to auto fail.
I mean, I'm sure it's very intelligent.
That is a 12 minus 3. It's a 9.
Do you know what, Luke? I love the sound of that. Because that is 2d6 psychic damage, so 7 points of psychic damage. As that grip around its psyche tightens, and it will take a d4 off its next saving throw before the end of my next turn.
Alright. Now, it is the creature's turn. As that Mind Sliver slams into it, you don't see any sort of visible reaction on the outer skull, but you see flakes of the internal twig-like structure of the secondary head breaking away, and ooze coming out of that. Now, no one is currently within 10 feet. He's going to come forward, so he'll take his booming blade damage as he rushes in the middle here.
7 points of thunder.
7
Is
points.
he within 5 feet of me?
He is.
Your held action. Smack it.
Schmack.
On his bare ass.
Slap that hand. Slap that bare hand.
21.
Hits.
That is 9 damage.
9 points of damage. Alright. And you see as it's surging forward, it's sniffing the air.
I have 2 attacks, sorry, I forgot.
You do.
She's level 5.
14.
14 misses, unfortunately.
If you hold the attack action, you get all the attacks that you would. So if you're multi-attack, you
Yeah.
do all of them.
Okay, okay.
Alright. As you quarterstaff.
Yeah.
As you slam at it with the quarterstaff, and you just hear the cracking of wood on wood as bits and pieces of its exterior branching like structures begins to snap away. He still seems to be pretty healthy as it reacts and attacks back.
Doesn't sound very healthy.
With his first bite attack, he tries to open that external maw as the internal one snaps out towards Isabel.
Oh,
That
nasty.
will be a 23 to hit.
Yep.
Does that hit?
Yes. I mean, my AC is 17, so. Ouch.
Where are all my dice? Why can I not see shapes? There we go.
It's not good.
That is 16, 21 points
That takes
of
batteries.
piercing damage.
Oh.
And can you please make a Constitution saving throw for me?
Nah. 17.
17. You feel poison from that internal maw, but you manage to steal your resolve. It doesn't appear to do any extra damage. With its second attack, it's going to branch strike out, using those strange branch-like appendages as a battering weapon on you again. And that is a 25 to hit.
I will silvery barbs that.
Thank you.
Reroll, lower roll.
That was a natural 20.
So it's the
So that's the first one.
yeah, it takes a
You
lot.
made it worse.
Worse or
I'm
better?
good with that. That's what we did.
I will give myself advantage. Actually,
Hey, you guys have a chance to heal.
For 21 points of bludgeoning damage.
Cool, she's down.
In that case, you fail your strength saving throw and you're currently grappled by the aberration.
Cool.
Cool.
I'm going to give the advantage for silvery barbs to
Cool.
Lollyput.
They should have totally given it to Isabel.
Alright, so that is its turn.
Completely mauled Isabel.
And unfortunately, because you failed your strength saving throw, you are then inserted into the maw.
Oh.
As you see Isabel swallowed by the creature.
God damn.
First combat.
You had another character on the go, ready to go, right?
Nah.
That's just fairly.
Just
strong
to
really
see
That's
she
what it is, 'cause it's not too crazy.
You gotta tell her parents.
We may be able to extract you from the beast.
That is now Eleni's turn, and Eleni would like to
Day one off the range,
She-
Mom.
grab at her chest because, as a bear totem, this little guy hurts her poor heart, and would like to rage and hack at some tendrils with her first attack.
It has advantage because of the guiding bolt.
It's alright. It's a natural 20.
Oh, nice.
So a great axe is a
D12.
D12. And I'm pretty sure that Eleni has 20 strength.
Yes.
It's a 12 and a 1.
It's okay.
So, we'll just do double damage. So 24, 29 points of damage from Eleni's first strike.
Alright.
Maths.
That's a fat hit.
As the creature is starting to look a little bit bloodied now, Eleni's second attack is a 7. 5 strength plus proficiency plus 8. That is going to miss as it parries it aside. And we'll make sure Eleni is in range. Smack.
I think this guy's a little bit too strong.
No, that's fine. If it's already bloodied after that,
Okay, yeah, actually.
we'll be able to take it out.
As long as it doesn't just munch down on Isabel and get like half its health back.
Yeah, that won't help. Or absorb her and become is a bear.
Monk bear, monk.
It's not even his final form.
Or was
Alright,
it? Was it?
now it is back to the top. So it's Isabel's turn. If you make a constitution saving throw, you fail it, wouldn't you? Because you're inside and you're unconscious.
Yep, so that'll be one failed death.
So one failed death save.
Don't roll 1.
14.
14, so a save and fail.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, we got the maybe.
Cool.
Is there anything protruding? Like, are her legs hanging out of the mouth, or is it just, she's fully inside the screen?
Inside, fully inside.
Wow.
Maybe she'll take control of it. like a mech suit.
We can only hope, Lilliput. We have
Lilith,
to save her now
you are not within
from
10.
this mech that you speak of.
So go ahead and have your turn.
I'm going to super speedy run behind it, smack it with another. I'm going to do the
Well, I've got a
boom.
rage damage for Eleni, so I'll just fix that up really quick.
Go full Luke Skywalker Tauntaun and Empire Strikes
Yeah.
Back and just
Yeah.
cut its guts open.
So I'm running in behind it, and I kind of want to. I'm going to slice in the midsection.
Yep.
Because if I can open it up and get visibility to Isabel, I know healing spells cast at range or touch could get to her.
Go for it.
Revive her because I did see her go down and then eaten. So Shadow Blade advantage. That is going to be 19 plus 7.
That'll hit.
70 something.
So we'll see how much damage it is to see how much we can cut away. See whether this is possible.
This one. Went the red one again. The Booming Blade damage. That's significantly better. 7 thunder damage and 16 psychic damage.
Alright. Again, you see that psychic damage tearing away bits and pieces of the interior structure of the strange plant-like growth that seems to have corrupted the bear. And that is enough that you can now see the limp form of Isabel just in bits and pieces of her exposed body inside the creature. As acid begins to drip, and I need Izmir to make a Constitution saving throw for me.
Yeah, so I will bounce after.
Poison begins to drip, I should say.
To come in and just slice in, and then as she's running away, I'm just like, anybody have a healing spell? She's exposed, get her! Yep, I'm on it.
As Izmir takes 15 points of half of that, so 7 points of poison damage from the poisonous aura of the creature.
Ouch, spicy.
Izmir's turn, so what would Izmir like to do?
I'm immediately going to cast Healing Word.
Help.
Immediately. So a creature that I can see within range regains hit point equal to 1d4 plus my spellcasting modifier. Cool.
Yeah, nice.
Alright, spellcasting modifier for me is...
Cramping my stylish, man.
I'm sorry, bro.
You got that first.
Yeah, that's going to be 6 health directly out.
6 health. So you back up.
Yeah.
You get. You can feel that burn of the poison from inside, but it hasn't doing any damage to you currently.
With my action now, I'm going to take my silvered sword. I hope that does anything to this guy. And I'm going to slice further into the nice old belly cavity to see if I can help Isabel out a little bit more whilst hurting Mr. Bear. Oh my god, that's nat 1. Yep. Woo! That is like my 5th nat 1 tonight. That's ridiculous.
Should we have
keep going?
Should we have a nat 1
Track up.
You said that was your lucky
See if
That
we
was my lucky.
see if we parody out at the end of the campaign or get one all the way.
Lenny's 20 to the nat 20 list. So, as you strike forward, the bear's
Don't worry, it sounds gross, I understand.
branded appendages just reach up and stop your arm in midair.
Oh, yeah.
And you see it almost as a smile-like expression crosses its maw.
Little bear hug.
And poison drips from its teeth.
Somebody's going in there. There's going to be 2 people inside in a second.
Isabel's getting a friend.
So my eyes glow angry with more divine energy as I cast yet again another 3rd level guiding bolt at this creature.
Go ahead.
For a nat 1.
What is
Again,
Welcome,
as you call on divine energy, it seems to just fizzle out with minimal effect. Almost as if it is suppressed inside the blackened forest.
I will transfer my core.
Great for narrative purposes. Yeah.
Tis a gift.
Eldith.
I need a stress cookie now.
Alright.
Yeah.
Faustus is not within 10 feet, definitely.
I am definitely trying to stay not in 10 feet.
Lollipots.
Okay, so Lollyfoot has been gifted some sort of sense of ability, of vision. He feels a little bit more capable. Style. He always had that. And he's going to reach out his hand, kind of like pulling upon the shadows in the area, and feel kind of chaos coalesce in his hand as he makes a finger gun and braces his arm. Boom! And lets a chaos bolt go. So, roll to hit for a 15.
15 misses, unfortunately, as it just seems to deftly duck out of the way.
I love you, Dice. I'm not mad at you.
Just point.
Just be mad at him. Be mad at Dungeon Master.
Can't stay mad at me. Unless you kill me.
It is at this point that you hear some rustling in the trees off to the side.
Oh,
Oh,
get
no.
out.
As some little blight things that you encountered in Ishvanor appear and rushed forward. They're not quite going to make it in there.
Go away, we're busy.
Guys, watch out. There's some trees behind you.
There's trees
It's
everywhere.
the big guy's turn again.
I'm better with the big
They're going to
ones.
turn on
You take care of the
the
little ones.
next threat, thinking that one person is down because he hasn't quite reacted yet. He's not very smart. He will lash out at Izmir initially with that bite attack
Come at me, bruh.
for a 29 to hit.
It came at you, bruh.
Oh, I don't.
Not like that.
What is that? No, a 27 to hit. 27.
Believe it or not, yeah.
Yeah.
Where am I? Oh, that's not very good. 12 points
He was
of
doing that thing.
piercing damage. And can you go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw for me?
14?
As you feel the burning of poison enter your body, as you take an additional 9 points of poison damage.
Oh my god.
And you are poisoned. And poisoned.
Whose idea was it to sleep in the creepy forest?
Always.
I'll
save
take that one.
against one. It's poison. Disadvantage on attack rolls and checks.
Hell yeah.
Second thing, branch strike will go out towards Eleni. Because Eleni did some serious damage last time round. That's a 25 to hit Eleni. Which will hit. And that's a different dice, so I'll get those. What's that?
Are you having weird plant dreams, Isabel? Well, you're awake now, aren't you?
She's awake, but she's inside of it, so
13
she's...
So
points
actively
of
living a plant
bludgeoning
nightmare.
damage. But so that's 6 damage for Eleni, and I do have that character sheet now, so Eleni barely does anything at all. She just shrugs off that impact. Does need to make a strength saving throw though, with advantage because of range. I'm pretty sure that'll do it. Yes, I know. Just fine. As it attempts to restrain, but Ali just flexes and snaps off the branches wrapped around her torso.
Did she just commune with nature?
Scream!
Eleni, help me, please.
Hail. Hail.
Again.
That's its turn. As it continues to turn back its attention back to Izmir.
Oh.
And Eleni will need to make a save for the poison aura. That'll be a save, but we'll see that damage. Now, Bear Totem, that'll be 8 points of poison damage. Bear Totem has resistance against much everything, doesn't it?
Everything except psychic does.
So, 8 points on Eleni, so Eleni's 4 points more damage. He's fine.
Damage except what I
Coincidence?
The last time I had
She's
Bear Totem in a
ever-
group,
she's ever
there
mind
became a lot
control
of
of
psychic
it.
magic users floating around.
So the bear can take anything except for mean words.
Yes. No, Lenny we're talking about.
Oh, Eleni.
It's Eleni's turn, so
Bear totem.
rage, smack out with Great Axe again.
Who do I shoot?
That's a 19, so that's a natural 20 and a 19 in X rolls, so. 13 points.
She's going so
I'll
good
roll the
tonight.
second one to see how we get.
The only person not here.
As you see Eleni slicing back and forth in a frenzied rage with her great axe, as branch and flesh, the remaining flesh, just flies off the creature, as it is now down to almost just the bare bones of its original skeleton, with a few pieces of branch and dark magic hanging on.
Dear Katie, thank you for the gift of your character.
Back to the top, which is Isabel. Can you make a Constitution saving throw, firstly? No, that's terrible.
Melty.
17.
Save, and it was a 6. So 3 points of poison damage from the aura around that creature, as it still seems to be emanating a strange green ooze around its body.
Beat the shit out of it from
Oh,
inside.
yeah.
You begins to ballista from that poison.
Distracts.
Yeah.
He's not looking good. He looks like he's swaying. A lot of his bulk has disappeared in the attacks.
I thought chlorophyll was meant to be a superfood.
1 second.
Not this plant.
So many antioxidants, bro.
Is this where all the kale went?
Ooh.
The blight is actually just kale.
Concentrated.
Just kale.
Chaos
over-
planning to take over the world.
So Isabel's gonna do
Big
2
tail.
quarters. Can
Kale
Isabel do
is-
a quarterstaff attack
Yes. Yeah.
Oof.
That one doesn't. Actually. No, that's an 11.
Made a 16.
Well, that's an 18.
An 18 hits. So first strike misses as then Isabel spins and pirouettes into another overhead slam, striking down on the creature's muzzle with the end of her staff, because animals love that.
So that is 7 damage. But I will spend a key point
Yeah.
to make 2 unarmed
Back
strikes.
57 more times.
Yes.
Go.
Yeah.
So roll your two attacks.
Ooh, that one does not work, but 15.
Roll the damage on that one.
Okay. So 10.
How do you want to do this?
Yay!
God. As you just pop up and go,
Fuck yeah! Well, from Isabel,
Isabel's got a potty mouth.
so
She's been
is
around us too long already.
so Isabel from inside of the bear kind of just regains
Good. Beautiful.
her stature and just wails on this thing on the inside, just pudging her way, probably her fist going through
Yeah,
it.
so as you slowly go, there's branch after branch after branch, and eventually a piece flies straight through its body, leaving one of those strange green orbs that you saw, or these guys saw in Ishvanor, as it drops to the ground.
Ooh.
Alright, and that
She
is
crawls
the
out
end
of
of the bear.
wreckage.
Isabel.
Lilith just sits there and just
These are
goes,
all just experience.
the new person was definitely value add.
And it's Lilith's turn.
Have you managed to punch all
Oh,
the way
unless
down?
you'd like to do any
Yeah.
movement. You still have some movement left, and there are some blighty things that
Oh,
have rushed
yeah.
out of the forest
It's
as
not
well.
over.
So you got plenty of movement.
She'll just move away from all the poison and branches. Just
Right, so moving away
probably a bit close.
towards them.
So concentrated on spirit.
No,
That's how realistic this
off
leads
to the
to.
side.
This way.
Maybe.
It's all
Yeah.
lost in
Yep,
the woods.
awesome.
Yeah, there.
About there.
Yep. That's everything.
Right, that brings us to Lilith.
As she sort of pirouettes, continuing the song, the blade song in Elvish, sees swinging and sort of dancing the shadow blade around her. She's just like, yes, very much value add. Actually, way more useful than Ares. And then jump in on the closest person.
Too soon.
Never too soon.
You just do vicious mockery as well. God damn.
Jesse, you take.
So I'm going to move to just the one on the right near Lollyput, but not be next to the other one.
Easy
And then
enough.
I'll Shadow Blade back for an 18 plus 7, 25.
That definitely hits.
Okay.
Now, what they stack them as?
And we're putting the Booby Blade into that. So the first attack does 7 points of thunder damage and 15 points of psychic damage.
As he just explodes in a shower of twigs and rotten vegetation all over his partner and yourself.
Oh my god. They're together.
It's a couple.
What are you doing?
And then I'll move. I'm gonna move on to the next one
Move towards the next one. Go
and
for
just
it.
like staunch over it because I am 6 to
Roll for staunch.
staunch. That's a 10.
It's decent.
There's no major effect. He's
just like-
he's moderately staunch.
Is there a condition?
There is going to be in the one that I'm designing. Yes. Staunch.
Moderately
Add
staunched.
that to the notes. Staunch.
Put a ring on it.
I'm just going to snooze out that because then we'll come back. Izmir's turn.
Coughing up all this poison while I'm going, seeing that the bear's finally kind of dropped, I'm immediately going to walk over directly to that one. I'm going to put up a wrathful smite and bring my sword down directly on it.
You can get flanking on that guy, so you can roll with advantage with that wrathful smite.
That's a 1!
Again.
That's better! Okay, that's going to be 19 then. Okay.
Now go ahead and roll damage. They don't have a lot of health.
Okay.
Wrathful smite's going to do some
Couple
serious
dice to roll here.
damage.
Where's me 8?
Well, let's just see what the dice say
Yes,
first.
that's true.
8.
Nothing good.
And then there's a d6 as well.
Well, they jingle.
They do.
That's cool.
Thank you. So that's going to be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 damage
Right.
in total. 2 of that is radiant, and 4 of that is psychic.
So the radiant damage doesn't seem to be as successful as you'd hoped.
Ah.
But he is seriously hurt, and you can see that he's not looking to flee, but he's looking like things aren't going well, and he wants to get out of there.
With my
He's likely to stand his
Oh wait, no, that was
He's not very
bonus action. It's right. Fine. Oh, but yep. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Yep.
Faustus.
So seeing Ishmael not looking fantastic, and having seen the foul aberration which was the baddie bear go down, I will now chill a little and head over to Ishmael.
You
Speaks.
race over to Izmir.
Yes, I do, not Lolliput.
That's
Lolliput.
He's much more
Always pick
fashionable.
up Lolliput.
He's- Well, you know, it's two sides of the coin. You know, he's arguably more talented. And I will speak some words of Elvish as I cast Lesser Restoration on Ishmael, curing him of his poison.
Thank you, brother. Actually, was I supposed to take poison damage at the end of my turn?
No, you had disadvantage though. But you can roll the save, so at the start of your turn. Which we forgot about because I didn't put the tokens out because they're over there somewhere.
I got a 15 if that counts.
You would have saved. So
Yeah.
you don't need to do that.
What's that?
You don't need to. He's no longer poison.
Ah, well then I will change my... I calmed down after seeing the baddie bear. And instead, I will just cast Sacred Flame at this creature. So Dex save 15, please, sir.
He fails.
He fails, and I
Seven.
burn his face with 10 radiant damage.
How would you like to do it?
Just like. So I'm holding my focus in one hand, and then I just click as I connect with Eldith, and
You fall over. You just as that
even I'm amazed.
As that radiant fire finally seems to take hold, it just completely consumes the blighted creature, and it disappears in a shower of ash, leaving nothing behind.
I am not fond of this place at all.
That will take us out of combat.
So Lolliput, seeing this, would actually like to look around behind them to make sure there aren't any other small trees or
Is Eleni's axe
festy
going
rabbits. Festy rabbits sneaking up on us.
Go ahead and make perception checks if you would like.
How does the axe of warning work? Because that should still be covering it, right?
Yep.
It only goes for 30 feet though.
Ah, okay.
Elaine's not quite over with those little blighty bites. They didn't actually get any surprises anyway.
15. Another 15 over here from your board.
Hey, Katie, tell Luke that you patrol the perimeter constantly for the next 10 minutes.
And pee on some
Katie's
rocks.
on watch. You don't. The forest has gone quiet again. It's got that eerie silence that there was before. There doesn't appear to be anything moving at all. No.
Just flashlight or flame.
And with that, unless there's anything anyone would like to do right now,
Isabel will quickly just heal herself a bit.
yep, go ahead and do that. We will take our half-time break, unless there's any quick actions that
Are we
take resources
Sorry,
that
are
we'd like to run
we
through.
short or long resting or anything right now, or are we just chilling?
You notice a lady wander over and collect the green orb to add to her collection of
Green orbs.
strange lighted objects that she wants to have for some reason.
She's gonna get 7 of them. Some of them make a wish.
As we did last time, we're going to make that Constitution saving throw,
Oh god.
and she saves again.
Of course she does.
Got to fail this eventually.
It is better that she's collecting those because,
This is
from what I understand,
really
they're
good.
very corruptible, and she seems to be able to staunch its magical influence.
Look, as far as the staunchiness goes, I've never met a staunchier companion.
Oh, she's very staunch.
Incredibly staunch.
Did you see how I staunched over that?
It was good staunching, but you could always ask her for some lessons, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
Lilliput sits on a rock, like with shadows on it.
Slips off a bit.
Yeah, a smelly rock. And he says, "In my land there is a legend of one who will come, staunchier than all the rest of them."
Faustus walks over, like really kind of late, and kind of like does that thing where he puts his fingers in his sort of belt here. It's like kind of, yeah, yes, she's so staunch, as if trying to like join.
You're using it wrong.
That's not no. You're making us. It's weird.
How do you do
It is
fellow
said in the
kitty?
Silver Veil that
Why is that
the
weird? I
final
don't
days
feel like
of the heart tree, the staunchest one will come and save the world from the approaching darkness.
And with her usher a new era of staunchness.
With her green balls.
Get out of here, Faustus!
Alright,
You ruined it!
we'll now take our half-time break. I think it's a great time to get rid of everyone.
Faustus just walks away,
We will see you in
finds a tree, and
10 minutes time.
cries into the dead
Stick
tree.
around, we will be back shortly. Thank you. And we're back. Thank you for sticking around.
Hail.
Stop.
That is a thing that we do say.
Yeah.
Just before we went to break, the party had just
Shut up, Faustus.
overcome the strange bear adoration, and now we pick up with the aftermath of that battle.
Faustus is off getting drunk in the corner because he's so
yes.
unpopular now. The new
Yeah.
party dynamic is just putting him down.
Lilith walks over to Faustus and looks at the corpses of the creatures, and I'm just like, they are actually quite terrifying. It's piqued my interest now that I've seen them. Do you need a hand investigating them? I'm pretty good with that kind of stuff.
I feel that I would, for I know not what to do with these creatures. What's happening? I mean, apart from us searching out the source of it, my magic feels weak here, and it feels like members of the Elder Circle, stronger than I, have just sought to do nothing. I search for guidance and come back with nothing. So
You got it.
Is it that they don't care?
I wouldn't say that, Your Double Majesty.
I do like the sound of that.
But
Do you have two?
But am I
cards?
Majesty in an empire? Am I not Empress? What's the terminology there?
Double Empress. Whoa, okay.
Double.
Someone's got chips on themselves now.
Look, I'm not. They trust me. Well, Queen, Empire, Imperial. I've got. So I'm the Empress Queen, Princess.
Empress Princess. Yeah,
It's
Empress
Empress
Princess.
Princess.
while they've gotten distracted with this, I
Princess
will once
Victoria.
again try
Would
to.
legitimately be happening.
Yeah, so I'll hold on to my arcane
Or-
focus, and I will
Princess
once again
and
try to
Wine
pray to
Princess.
Eldith and try to bring connection for some kind of guidance to understand how to bring, sort of the light back to this part of the corrupted world.
Do another religion check. With advantage for this one.
I don't know that it's going to help me. Let's see.
You just roll a fresh check.
A what check? What?
A fresh check. He knows what we're talking about.
That's 14.
14. There's no sort of direct response or influencing response, but you sort of get the feeling that the artifact that you've been sent after is probably the right path to follow.
Still nothing, but perhaps another step into the darkness might get us that much closer to the light. At least we defeated this one foul creature.
This is true, but considering how widespread the mass of this appears to be, I'm more. I suppose I'm interested to see whether it's a contact-based spreading or if it's some form of pathogen-based spreading. It's unnerving. Just when Isabel and I went into the woods a little bit deeper, we noticed that it wasn't simply attached to trees or animals as such, but rather an entire area. So I am curious as to what precautions we should take going forward into this, whether it's a simple foot on it and it spreads to us.
Well,
I would caution.
It depends. I've identified one of those cores, and as far as it's a manifestation of this magic, but it coalesces, it corrupts. So unless you get a core sort of stuck in you, I assume it would be fine. Mr. DM, could I glean anything more from the corpse and how the orb was attached to it, and how that corruption might spread?
Okay.
Roll an Arcana check. But based off what you learned previously from identifying the core, you're of the assumption that the corruption can still spread, but the core accelerates or at least takes control of things.
And do I think the core is more intentionally created and then put into things, or is it? Yeah. So Lilith continues and just goes, I mean, the core is created. Like, somebody makes that, and it's accelerating the corruption.
Are you saying a being has intention?
Somebody has intentionally created those green things, stuck them in shit, and then they've turned into that.
And think about it like this as well. So our course lies due east.
Yes.
This monstrosity came from due east to us on a pathway with intent, some might imagine. Someone may have created this thing, or has certainly created it.
No, it definitely has.
And it's not an outlandish belief to think that someone's also sent this in our direction.
You think they know that we're coming?
This place, as dead as it seems, also seems to be, I'm going to regret my words here at the moment, but throbbing with life.
I can confirm, there's a lot of throbbing going on around here.
Oh yeah, girl.
I'm seriously
I have
not picking up
physically
any throbbing in this area at all.
No?
It's been a while. I'm going to turn to Eleni during this time and kind of usher her away, just have a quick quiet word, asking whether she believes it's wise, if after hearing what we've talked about with these green orbs, if we should be going into a place that accelerates the spread of this light with multiple green orbs on her person. I'm just going to have a quick little
That's a reasonable
debate
question.
rather than in her
So
person.
you guys find a little section, we'll give Katie
Which
a
is
chance to
where I was
respond.
going.
We know what Katie's going to say.
Yeah, I just want to...
But we'll give her the chance to make that choice.
Yep.
I suppose one thing we will have to be cautious of, and I look at both Ishmir and Isabel, you've taken some in the gesture to, the wounds and the marks from, the poison and presumably irritation, and you've just literally been covered in the gore of, this mutated beast.
It's not pleasant.
No, but if it's a contact-based spread, surely with your wounds, we'll find out in short order.
Have we seen any humanoids that have been transformed by this? Or just beasts and creatures of the forests?
It's the only reports we've had.
Would it discriminate if it's?
Entomology speaking, yes. We're different species and stuff like that. Maybe it's focused on more bestial sort of type stuff.
Maybe
Lenny,
that was a human.
That was clearly a bear.
But
No.
maybe it was a human and an orb.
Your
And
Empress
they-
Princess commands.
And they shoved it into a bear. Have you ever heard of a turducken?
Oh no.
Oh, a druid that got stuck.
Yeah.
Where is it from?
Like an ogre.
Ishmael could be onto something there.
Anyway,
We only know that it has continued to spread at a relatively slow pace, and by all reports from the Order of the Seven Suns, it has affected trees, and I gesture around, and wildlife. There have been no known reports of it affecting humans.
I'm only posing this as a hypothetical because I like those. But I mean, we were all in Ishmael for quite some time, and nobody said boo about people being corrupted by it, and they were obviously getting constant attacks. You told me yourself that you ran into the mist and the corruption present in the city. Surely somebody's been attacked by that, or got in a cut or scrape or something like that, unless it's the biggest cover-up apart from being the bastard child of the Empire.
Yeah, of course. Well, I did get the vibe from the city that they're not exactly good at the dissemination of information, so therefore must be good at not giving out information and, as you say, possibly covering things up.
It's true.
Like, we were walking past and like a guy in the house was like, yeah, it happens sometimes. And it's like, our skin is burning.
They had
Seriously?
That shouldn't happen.
They'd also said, Ishmael, that, and you know, whether we believe them or not, that this was the first time creatures had actually come forth from the mist. Yes, I agree.
I feel like they're talking out of their ass.
Speaking of masters,
There's throbbing arms around them.
have you guys ever wondered how the orb got into the bear?
Oh, God.
Well,
I've not thought about it extensively, and I mean not to.
I walk over and I crouch down and I want to inspect the bear to see how the orb has been
There's not
inserted
enough
into the bear.
bear left.
Medical check.
Yeah.
Please get him to be specific, DM, about which part of the bear.
However, it appears as though the corruption grew from inside the bear. And as people had mentioned, I think I might have even been off camera,
You're
that
absolutely.
the corruption was wearing the bear skin.
Yeah.
Yes.
I turn and I'm just like, well, actually, no, this is somehow being inserted inside of its natural. I don't think it's. Somebody's either fed it.
Somehow.
Somebody's either fed it or
Naturally.
inserted it like a repository into their anus.
Fell on it in the shower.
Yeah, that's.
In the middle of a
Accidental.
corrupted frog.
Took over on the slippery rocks.
Plan works.
But as far as I can tell, that the orb creates the corrupted form that sort of eats away on the inside and then becomes this new entity that's kind of just wearing the skin of whatever it was inserted into.
I mean,
That's why it had the plant thingy coming out. That's the actual creature that is the blight creature, and then whatever was left of the bear on the outside is the poor creature that's
hollowed out.
got hollowed out.
That's pleasant.
Almost like
Fascinating, isn't it?
a vine that grows over a tree and eventually chokes the tree out itself.
Yeah, except it's doing it from the inside. It's more like those earworms that go in and eat your brains from the inside out.
Starts itching. That's gross.
Have we already set up our bedrolls?
You had 6 hours, so you can have done that if you like.
No, I want to move camp.
We don't need to move camp.
There is a rotten bear right there. Can't
And
we
I
just go?
open up the book and I'm like, you can go wherever you want, but the spell that I was managed to procure from our good friend Serafina, who is also the person I stole these coordinates from, protect us.
What?
It'll stop anything getting to us. Like
Everything to smell?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, excellent.
Pretty cool. Smell and temperature. I can make it smell like farts, and then eventually you'll forget that it smells like farts because that's what your brain does.
What about all
And
that?
that's how it works.
What about all this tree gunk that's on you right now?
I mean, I pick it off. I haven't really. Yeah, and she's just like brushes it off.
Okay, alright.
Does this spell have a bath in it?
No.
Oh.
Not this one, but I heard of spells that are more magnificent. They create mansions, and
Do you have one of those?
no, it's much more
I'd take
powerful
one
than
of those
what I'm
ones.
capable of at the moment. At the moment.
Kind of sounds like cheating.
She will get stronger.
A mansion, or I can go mansion.
I think I just said for a good bath.
Very powerful mages. Some of my brothers and sisters can do it, which shuts me to all ends. Anyway, they have the ability, and people like that have the ability to cast this more powerful version. And rather than just a dome that protects you like this one, it creates sort of an interdimensional space where you can design it the way that you want. You can make multi-layered sort of towers within, the astral sea and baths and all that kind of stuff. But aspirations, things to move towards.
I'm sure this zone of not smelliness will be just fine for the moment.
It'll help to start with,
I am with that.
actually. And she goes, maybe you stay outside.
I'm fine. Look, this is top quality perfect. Picked up Nishvanor. It's called Linked.
All right, I need 10 minutes, and I need 11 minutes. I spend 11 minutes ritually casting time.
And I'm going to try something a little bit weird here. I'm going to go over to the corpse of the bear. Just
Take a little taste.
Just for giggles, I'm going to cast Gentle Repose on the remains of its body, just to see what happens there. For no reason, because we're about to go nappy nap time, so I'll burn a second level spell and see what happens.
Let me just investigate whether this particular thing would happen on reject.
It turns into a regular bear and balls us.
Oh yeah.
Why do you think about that?
I just had an image in my head that I'm bringing back a half-eaten bear alive.
Just like 5 seconds.
Daddy! Why have you done this to me?
So once the barrier is up and you're checking that, I'll sort of just be like, "Are you okay?"
Oh yes, I'm fine. I just would
I'm
see
pretty
this.
well versed with magic, and you
the
were
spell
going.
seems to take
all
effect
out.
and go off, and nothing unusual happens to the
I
corpse.
think we don't need that anymore.
And I just kind of poke it a little bit more, just not with my hands, but with the stick that I stole while he wasn't looking. Just poke it just to see, just out of curiosity.
Finish that sentence.
I stole your stick.
So responding to
The
Lilith.
stick is a mimic.
Yes, I mean, I suppose there is much on my mind. I see the corruption here as perhaps a physical manifestation of the imbalance within the Imperium, and I would not lie and say that I am struggling with some of the tenets of my faith to be at peace. I know that I should trust in Eldith and follow the flow of the river, but sometimes I feel like we should guide the current, and my faith tells me I must not.
It's weird. It's like we've had a conversation like this, especially the first time that we asked. Am I almost correct?
We must be having two very different conversations.
I told you that I'm all about forging my own destiny, and you said it's all about not doing that. Are you starting to think a little bit like me? Have I rubbed off on you? I can rub on you.
You have been rubbing me much more regularly than I would have thought comfortable for yourself.
Look, if it was between anybody here, it's going to be you. Let's not lie. It's or this one.
Well, your double majesty, perhaps you might grace me just with your prayers and your
Emperor
thoughts.
Princess, thank you.
Emperor Princess Lilith, if you might just, whatever counts for
Magical
prayer
transformation.
where you come from, you spare at least one for me and one who is questioning the will of his god.
Not this night. How about next night?
Any night would be
I
fine,
do.
Lilith.
I will do a read for you. Like my auntie Augie used to do.
Maybe. Which is progress.
It'd just be interesting to see if your god's got a plan, what do the fates have instead? Maybe they'll just tell you that, yeah, trust in your god and he's just a wanker sometimes.
She is not a wanker.
She. No, that can still be true.
I still have faith. It's just like anything. I mean, it's I don't know what you call it. If sometimes it's not shaken, perhaps you've not really put any effort in. I don't know. But
sometimes if not shaken, it might be stirred.
I'm going to retire for the evening.
Inside the dome,
Double
everybody is
Majesty.
allowed. I'm authorizing this. All of us, we're allowed in and out at any moment. I can't leave. But inside, you're all good. There's enough space for everybody, but it's going to get a bit cozy. Temperature is nice. It doesn't smell like anything. It actually smells a little bit like home. And, funnily enough, yeah, Unseelie Court, it's more like hag bog than anything.
Is it really?
Yeah. Unseelie Fae are hags. Table talk. Yeah.
Why does it smell
Hags
like
and
chamber pot in here?
other stuff. What are you talking about? It smells fine. It's normal. This is what real worlds smell like.
It smells like that sewer that we found you in. It smells like that dirty dwarf.
Excuse me, it definitely fucking doesn't.
Who's that? Gildred Adams.
Yeah, what's it? Yeah.
What was his name? That guy who like...
Gildred.
Oh, that was it. Yeah, it smells... Lilith.
You want me to change it? You want me to make it smell like
I
outside?
don't. Lilith, I don't want you to change the damn thing.
I change it to smell like fart.
It's the same smell, Lilith. It's the same smell.
It really fucking isn't.
It's really, Lilith. As a friend, it smells like fart.
That's because I just changed it to fart.
Gildred smells like fart.
I feel sad.
He smells like a lot of stuff.
There's
All
lots
right,
of
what do you give me something as a reference point? I
sage
don't
or
know.
lavender.
And have you got like a
Cotton sheets. I take out one of my ascots.
snatched off you?
Yeah.
All right, and I change the spell to smell like this, and then I throw it back in.
Hey!
So it now smells solidly like lollipop.
Breathe it in.
Too much links. Okay.
So much axe body spray.
Yeah. Accelerate.
I cannot breathe.
Do you know what it feels to chew 5 gum?
Gum.
Ascot just.
Is there anything of relevance that people would like to do while we are
I
inside
think I've done enough.
the tiny...
Sleep. That's what I would like to do.
Rest.
Sleep and not be at 15 hit points anymore.
We do need
I shall
watches
meditate.
just in case. It's not completely impervious. Any spellcasters that come up can dispel it.
I
Normal creatures like that are not going to be able to get him.
I'll take first watch. I was
Well, I
unharmed
need a rest.
in the last
Same.
combat.
I immediately nominate Eleni.
Yeah. Yeah, Eleni can just be on watch all night. She'd just be level of exhaustion, whatever.
We had it easy when Aries was doing watch all night for us.
Yeah. All night.
Sacrificial man.
Sleeping on the job.
Stay guard.
So you were first,
Yeah, I'll first.
then Eleni,
I'll go.
then third. I'll take
Eleni
last.
she says she'll be on watch.
I'm just going
I'll take last because I'll use
They will get a
that to do a level 1 spell into my spell book.
Yeah, cool.
So I'll take at least one watch so I can do that.
We
I
do
shall
more silly
enter
stuff.
my trance.
Alright, I'm on second watch.
I could translate
Isabel
to
just
sleep.
passes out.
Who's first? Yeah, I can make a perception check for me.
That's gonna be a 19 plus 3.
Me too.
While about midway through your watch, you do hear some sort of dragging and scratching sounds. They don't sound overly close to your location. And you don't see anything. And nothing directly approaches the hut at all.
When you say not overly close, can I get a distance?
With that roll, yeah, probably about 30 or 40 feet away into the decayed vegetation.
That's close. That's within danger
To
sense.
the sort of northwesty, so not necessarily the direction you're travelling, but just the direction you've come
I'm
from.
gonna wake up everybody. I'm gonna say, just rouse everybody, guys.
It's literally been an hour.
I know. How crap is that? There's something 48 feet northwest.
I told you, if it doesn't try to come near us, just leave it. It can't even get in anyway.
This is just good process. This is best practice, right? Something comes
Well,
close.
I can't go check it. Somebody else.
It's about
Just
still
chill.
asleep.
Just letting everybody know. Go back to sleep. It's all good. I'll do back rubs. Back rubs, anyone?
Don't
No?
touch me.
I didn't even break my friends.
Alright.
I'll go back down and I'll roll away from it.
Done
Alright.
due diligence.
Nothing else passes, and you wake
Good
Eleni for a second. Eleni up.
Nothing
I'll have
Yeah.
perception for her.
Eleni!
No, doesn't see anything.
Oh, I know.
Nothing. In fact, drifts off for about half of the watch. Not sure what's going on. Who's speaking?
Yeah, that was me.
Alright, go ahead.
I
Eleni eventually wakes you up. You feel like it's probably been a little bit longer than it should have been, but
on the system, I already rolled for it. I got a nat 1.
Oh my. Do you need
Eleni spends most of your watch trying to shake you awake, and you are completely oblivious to anything happening outside.
Perfect.
Does anything happen outside?
Let's find out.
Next one.
The next morning,
No. Sorry. Watch number 4.
watch number 4.
So I'll get up. I'll keep a peripherals of understanding what's going on, but I'm gonna do the absorb elements into my spellbook.
Okay.
For 2 hours.
Elephants.
Yes. Absorb elements. Let's roll.
That was my
Change
keynote from the last
exam
session.
reaches your ears.
Was absorb elephants.
That will be a 12.
You hear a scraping, sort of gurgling sound. You do
Just like-
sort of off into the distance. Well, not so much the distance, but something is around the corpse that you fought, of the bear you fought earlier. And it probably is getting pretty dark. I can't. You see like a large sort of shadow there, and it appears to be possibly consuming the corpse.
Yum.
I'm just like, I did it. Fascinating.
Mmm.
So when I know the spell is almost nearing completion, I will wake everybody, which should give us all a long rest, correct?
Yes.
I can finish my long rest in half the time.
Yay!
You've been 4 hours. You've been awake for ages.
Well, awake.
Awake, yeah.
It doesn't seem to have noticed the group at all. It seems to be busy consuming whatever's left out.
So I pointed out to everybody. I'm just like, so I found what you were hearing the whole time. There's a stupid thingy over there, like absorbing the
Stupid
bear.
thing.
Oh, gross. Is it even chewing?
He is stupid.
It looks like it's. I don't know. I think we just don't shit about that thing. And just
As a
go
drag, you
away.
can see it relatively well. It looks like it is taking bits and pieces of the corpse and attaching it, and putting it inside itself.
Oh, yeah, that was his arm. Oh, you can see?
I can see it.
Anyone?
I'm not looking.
Well, let me explain.
I'm still
in
inside the
detail.
tent.
It's now ripping off the leg of the bear thing, and it's putting it. Oh, yeah, that's its butt. It's turned itself into a tripod.
But in all honesty, I don't think we need to deal with that thing. I think we just take our long rest. We vamp this and we just walk away.
We're gonna have to give it a bit of a wide berth, I think. That one is. We're heading east. That's currently.
Northwest, isn't it?
I
You
thought
said
that
it
was
was-
east because that's the direction.
Oh, that is where the creature
Yeah,
came.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's east. So
You get the impression from the report from the watcher that it's been wandering around and it's just come across the corpse and is in that direction now.
we will be leaving this at our rear. That's the thing I think we should be conscious of. If we
Oh, then we kill it.
circumvent it, then we kill it. So we
We
kill
did
it
very
now.
well last time. We did very well against the last one.
Let's farm some XP.
Wait, you've already. Some what? Is that an adventurer's guild
So
saying?
yeah, it's when you go on adventures, you get experience of being an adventurer.
It's
and
it's-
so going
So
on
killing
multiple
creatures
adventures-
gives you the experience.
Yes,
It's part of the ranking system for the coterie of heroes.
that's right.
Did you
Right.
not? Did you not read the documentation?
He didn't give me any.
There's
There's a binder. We have
he distributed it to everybody.
You can see that I don't mind books. I don't have a book here which has the guide to being a coterie of heroes.
it's tucked in there in your journal.
It
I can
fucking
see.
isn't. I'll check it there. It's like Aries 1. and I'm just like, that fucking pony.
So yes,
You'll get yours soon. We have to, go get another copy done at the, the binding and,
we could do a blitz attack on this thing.
I mean, I don't think it's probably noticed us, but it probably doesn't give a shit about us. But I think we just, rush out and give it help.
Alright.
You know what's hilarious? If you really want, I can quickly recast the dome, and I could just sit here and let you guys deal with it. But if you need help, you could literally just run back in and be able to get back in.
How long is this dome up for?
This one is going to go out in a couple minutes, but I can recast it.
Quick question with this. Let's say it's a dome. You
Yes.
say yes. If we were to pop out our heads and our hands,
You could shoot from it.
cast our spells.
You can't do anything from inside.
We just do a
But if you
sneaky-
move outside and then and then run back in, totally fine. It's just I can't do any of that. I have to stay inside. The moment I put any part of my body outside, the dome will dispel itself. It's like a little mini fortress. It just takes a long time to get up. But if we have a defensible position, I can always just leave it up. And you guys, it means I'm doing nothing, but I'm fine with that. As she sits down a little bit and just goes like this.
Treehouse. No monsters allowed.
Yes, well, we can't abide
While you've
these
been
creatures.
discussing this, the creature appears to have finished and ambling off into the.
Oh, otherwise we don't give a shit about it because it just
Southeasterly
seems to be heading away and doesn't give a crap. And
Finally.
Stupid plant cow.
I walk out of the dome, it dispels itself, and I just start walking, as it's going that way, I'm walking that way, which is going east.
I pays no attention.
Okay, nice, okay.
Let's go.
It's just a bit.
Is there anything left on the bear, from the bear, or of the bear, when the bear,
If the bear.
if the bear, by the time we go by?
Why is the bear?
There's not a lot left. There are some bits of the original bear carcass and skeleton left, but any sort of vegetable matter or organic matter other than the bones has been taken and absorbed into its
Interesting.
body,
So it's left the bear itself, but has
taking
taken.
all of the twig-based and tree-based.
And the twig blights as well. Interesting. It seems to have left the meat, but taken the corruption.
Oh, so he's like the cleaner then?
No, more like it's probably that creature is some sort of node for it.
Oh, that's not
It's
cool.
either spreading it or taking back parts of it.
We happen to be carrying 2 orbs of corruption. Maybe we don't drop our guard.
Potentially play fetch.
Why don't we just destroy the orbs? Do we really need them?
Could take that up with the big girl.
Eleni, you want to throw one of those on the rock?
Eleni, your corrupted balls, if you will. And I ask her to give me her corrupted balls.
Put it in
I'm waiting
your
for the
hand.
message. No,
No.
they're mine.
No.
I'm collecting balls.
Please.
Yep.
Got a lightning
Tracks.
ball.
That is an amazing
Got
Katie
a
impersonation.
green ball.
I could destroy them for you.
Shiny balls. They're all mine.
I can
You
end
come and
up.
take them if you want.
It's uncanny.
I suspect that given my character's faith, I probably wouldn't start a fight to try and take your corrupted balls.
Can I
Take the
get a
balls.
gauge? Is she being obsessive about that, or is
Uh,
it just part of her personality, like inside check?
Make an insight check.
She's obsessed with her corrupted balls.
I know, I'm just doing it.
I reckon if she's still watching you respond.
She is.
If we want, but
I mean, where else would you be on a Thursday night?
No, I failed. I'm just
it's
very
definitely
disinterested.
It's definitely within her character to
Yeah,
refuse it if she wants it just out of spite. So
Well, that's fine. I'm just saying, hey, let's destroy the source of corruption, but no, big or dagger tooth. Oh, no, I don't want to do that.
Look, do I look corrupted to you?
Don't answer that. Holsters, don't answer that. Holsters, no.
You're a lovely half-orc. Very.
Don't you fucking forget it.
Definitely.
I won't.
As we kind of start moving east, I'm just going to be throwing some looks behind me, like the whole time.
Like blue steel.
Yeah, just check out some shapes, throw some looks. No, I'm gonna check my 6 for any oncoming plank cow.
Plank counts. Make perception checks.
Or perception.
I can see us moving pretty slowly through
That
this
camera
place.
falling apart.
That one.
Are
Dude.
you okay? What's
Mitch, go.
happening?
This is obviously not your die.
What was it? Perception?
I got 10.
Smith
I got a 19.
absolutely convinced that there is something trailing the group. Can't see what it is, but he's absolutely convinced that there is something there.
Is that you, Season?
Yes.
Dirty 20.
19 for us too.
There is nothing distinguishable from the rotten growth that you can see. But as you move off, that notion that they are all of the trees and rot and masses of vegetation are paying attention.
That the trees are watching us, is that the vibe?
I'm definitely feeling paranoid then. Alright.
We proceed with caution. Deeper, trying to find the corrupted grove and the entrance to the Underdark.
So as you continue on, the corruption continues to deepen, and now there is no evidence of any sort of plant life. There's just now one huge mass of rotting mulch. And the ground itself seems to heave and shudder, as if in death throes, as piles of decomposing plant matter roil and shift.
I imagine I would feel deeply uncomfortable.
What's above us? Do we still have some sort of canopy, or is it just open to sky?
Yeah, sky
dead
now,
trees.
all of the trees have collapsed into this covering of mulch.
Landscaping.
Yes.
It's like they're building a house in the steep here.
Pull out the rapier and Edelin hoots on my thing. Woo. So I'm well aware of that. We've seen some shit in the Feywild, but this is different.
Now that we are standing on this massive mulch and we don't have much in the way of like trees and stuff, is our view clearer? Can we see what's ahead of us?
It's difficult to make out any real details. It's sort of like looking out across the ocean where you can't really, the distances are hard to tell, but there's nothing blocking view, no.
And this is going on as far as
As far as you can see in that direction, and in the mid-distance you can see the foot of the mountains of the Jagged Peaks.
Mountain?
That's out on the horizon, mountains,
Yeah.
such.
Behind you can see, the corruption that you pass through and shape of trees in the distance, but it's now very much flat. Whirling masses of...
About how long would it take us at our current pace to get from here to there then?
To the mountains?
To the open field. That
You probably estimate by the end of middle of the next day, you probably get there.
Jesus.
Rested overnight. The mountains are fairly distant.
We're gonna have to camp out in this.
Yeah.
Is the entrance to the Underdark in the mountains?
I imagine it'd be at the foot of the mountains.
Underdark-wise, yes, but you also were supposed to go to the grove.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah,
grove.
we're looking for the
You
grove.
assume you're somewhere near, because it was meant to be about a day's travel away.
Yeah.
I mean,
If
we've
you take
travelled
into
a
account a
day.
6-hour rest, you're probably within a couple of hours of that. Or
Yeah, we can't be very far away from your grove. We're only a few hours probably out.
Is this it? Is this the grove?
How could
I don't
we?
think so.
How could we even tell? I mean, it's just a barren wasteland. There's no marks. There's no landmarks to guide ourselves. We could wander around aimlessly for
Where are the
days.
mountains supposed to be?
was thinking, mountains, Gandalf. Finish my book.
In
If
our
they're supposed to be northeast, we just keep walking towards the mountains, and eventually we'll hit your bloody hole in the ground.
Do we get any information about specifics to do with landmarks near the grove? No, just a general direction.
What is the actual map that we're following right now? What's our guide towards this grove?
A general direction heading outward from Ishvanor.
Little size.
And your survival
Because-
checks.
I'm just going to hold on to you, Lolliput, for a second, because this is going to leave me a little bit out of whack, and I let Edelyn throw herself up into the air, and she goes, and you watch as Lilith's eyes just roll back into her head and go opaque white as she like unsteadies a little bit. And I'm going to see her through my familiar as I take control of Edelyn. I'm going to get her all the way up in the sky and then take a view.
Alright, roll perception check.
And
Using
I have advantage
our
because
our
advantage. It's not super great. That's a 12. But unobstructed view?
Of a barren wasteland?
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing in the way.
What can a 12 find me on a barren wasteland?
It takes a bit of time because it's not completely flat. It's like rolling masses of decay and death, and eventually Edelyn sees a little bit of a glow somewhere, probably about 10 or 15 minutes further east from your location.
So I yell that out to everybody, and because I'm deaf and blind here in this state, it's more like she sees something about, and what was the distance? What was it again?
About 15 minutes march.
About 15 minutes march due east-west.
Which one?
Well, if we add the east and west together, we go straight north.
I don't respond because I'm deaf and more up.
Yeah.
And then after, I'll pull Edelyn back and then come out of the trance, and I'm just like, that way.
Oh, cool. Wonderful.
Fine, that seems reasonable.
15 minutes. That ready.
Pull up a quarterstaff, use it as a bit of a walking stick. Tuck away my arcane focus.
So as we continue, we go through this sort of undulating land, and as you crest a little bit of a rise into a dip about exactly where you saw the slight glow, you do see what looks to be the first vegetation you've seen in a long time. It's a very it's about a 3 or 4 foot high bush, and it appears to be adorned with numerous glowing green balls that you recognise as those balls of corruption.
So it's like a corrupted Christmas tree. Yeah.
I'm into it.
I'm so not into that.
Hey Faustus, look,
That would
more
be
green
cool.
balls.
That would be
I mean, Eleni, more green balls.
So before Eleni can get to her phone and send a message about what she wants to do, I am going to get relatively close to them and cast Word of Radiance, trying to blow them all up.
Are they like
What is
growing out of the tree?
on that?
It's 5
Yeah.
feet.
It's like a little.
I'm
trying to think of a
getting.
fruit.
Are they hanging from the tree?
Kind
Are
of
they
bush,
growing
I'm
from the
thinking.
tree?
Like a little
Grape,
bushel.
grapefruit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So literally growing off the tree, not being hung by the tree.
I'm going to try and purge them with my Word of Radiance. So your inanimate fruits need to make a con
You're
save.
within 5 feet.
Yes.
That's fun.
I stand away from
Faustus.
Yeah.
I'm kind of just watching this from a distance as well, yeah.
I turn my head and I see Lilith that's kind of backed away, and I'm like, huh?
I see. He's got that look about him again. He's going
Now-
to do something real stupid.
The stupid senses are too
Go ahead and roll damage because it's a tree, and also roll a natural one. It's constitution.
So that is 9 damage.
The radiant damage explodes along the branches, and you can see that the top part where those corrupted orbs are it begins to burn and they start to burn away.
Oh, you know what
But
I mean?
there's
So,
pulsing of black energy from the roots that seem to be counteracting the effect.
okay.
Oh no.
The hell was that?
Oh, look, I'll just stick with it because I could have used distance spell to be more careful about that, but I didn't call that. So
Eleni rushes in to try and collect any undamaged orbs.
Gotta catch 'em all.
how many?
That's-
So did I destroy most of them?
It's got a lot of them. That's not what I want. That's what I want.
And did I get a sense that so that you mentioned there was like a sort of a dark energy that sort of counteracted the effect, but the divine energy was somewhat effective?
Yeah. It had an effect. It's damaged the majority of it. There are 2 remaining orbs that Eleni surges forward to collect.
I
And
will
makes her Constitution save throws twice.
try. Oh, it's already happened. I was going to say I was going to try to beat her by casting another word of radiance to destroy the other 2, but I get the impression she got there first.
She's got 4 balls now.
She was pretty quick on the keys on that one.
Very
Well,
well.
she's got 4 corrupting orbs.
Jesus Christ.
Any more? And she'll
I'll
I just want to walk up.
give her a death stare.
So this tree is the only one by itself. Can I just get a sense why it's the only one?
You walk in a little bit.
You
Why?
can make
Why bush?
an Arcana check on the tree if you like.
Is it burning?
Why are you here?
Oh god. 18.
It's got the sort of 18.
Yeah.
It's got sort of the little embers that are left over from something burning, but that pulsing energy appears to be putting it flames out, and you can see that it appears to be sort of regenerating itself. No more orbs have appeared.
How big is this bushlet?
It was about 4 foot high with its growth, so it's now probably like a skeleton of a 4 foot tree with just a few branches there.
Yeah.
So it's like 18.
I want to pull this out of the ground.
Go for it. 1 sec. You can see that it appears as though it's the only one, because with that check you can see that it appears to have been deliberately planted. So it's likely probably, if it's seed based or whatever is making it grow, is the only one that was put in.
It still has the plant tag and Bunnings on it.
Yeah. So
It's
it's
got a
like
little bit
walks
of
past
tape
me and I'm
around
just
a
like,
stick to keep it nice and straight.
This is
Better
reason-
access to the orbs.
the reason that this thing is here is because somebody decided to plant it.
I don't like that. I'm going to remove it then.
Make a strength.
I particularly think that's a good idea.
Strength
And
check
I
for
walk
me.
back 10 feet.
I turn around and see Lilith walk back in. Oh no.
It's not a 1. It's only a 3, so 5.
Progress!
We're getting better all the time.
On my back.
You grab hold of what you think is probably the thickest part of the stem, and you start ripping at it, and it does not move, and you're there and straining, and some veins are popping on you.
I'm going to look back. Lenny, help me!
I don't know what Elaine wants to do. Maybe she wants to. I'm sure that Katie will want an orb tree, so let's see how we go.
This doesn't really make any sense. I mean, why would this be planted here? I thought that the corruption was being spread by Moander's Blackened
So
heart.
Elaine will rage, and I'll just wait half a second before I say the results in case she doesn't actually rage.
She get a reckless?
Reckless weeding.
Reckless reading.
aggressive gardening.
Accidentally pulled out half the grass as well.
But yes, it just doesn't make any. It's just none of this makes any sense.
Well, what did you? What information do we have? Let's hash it out. Let's hash it
The
out.
heart was stolen.
So it's an artifact, right? Magical item.
Yes.
What
This was after it was contained some decade ago.
Do they know what properties it had? Does it create these plants?
We know that it creates and spreads corruption, or it
Maybe this is the mechanism it does that by.
Elaine just walks over and rips it out one-handed with barely a flex. And you can see that
And
it's
she's
a very
smashed
intricate root system that is attached to what looks like, and you're the closest, so you can make a medicine check. We'll see this first.
We found out.
20.
Nice.
No, 21, sorry.
Well, then he uses gardening to take the trick. It looks like it is a cutaway of a heart of some sort. And you can see that it's pulsing, and that is sending energy up the roots, even though it's being pulled out of the ground.
Can we see where it was connected to?
And
Have we pulled it away from other like arterial sort of connections inside?
You're looking down, you can see that it appears to be connected to all of the surrounding mulch and bits of matter, organic matter.
After that's happened, do we notice any change around where this pulsing heart plant thing was?
There is a huge sort of sigh as the land rises up and shifts back down. I'll get everyone to make a quick dexterity saving throw for me. And then the colour, what's left of the colour seems to be fading away from the corruption around. 19. You manage to maintain your footing.
14.
14.
27.
27.
21.
21.
20.
Alright, everyone seems to maintain their footing. It's pretty subtle. I'll roll.
Even Eleni, does
She's
she have a
technically
couple of
raging
balls?
as well, so yep. Fine. Everyone maintains their feet. No one falls over into the hole of corruption and dies. No.
Wait, that was on the cards?
So this tree is attached to what appears to be maybe a cutting off of the Moander's Blackened heart.
And
It's something fleshy.
if I recall correctly, the Archmage did give you a minor illusion of what it looked like.
Yes.
So yes, you do recognise it as being an element of that heart.
Okay,
So it's not the whole thing.
I've got some good news for you, friend. I guess this whole situation will be fixed with an intensive round of community gardening.
Quick, let's order the Seven Sons here immediately.
We just need to find a group of elderly people that no longer work, that want to get together, a cup of tea on the weekend, and just do a light spot of weeding.
I know a guy. Wait,
Yes.
wrong game.
If you so heart, you described it as a heart. That thing looks like it attaches to a heart. You're wondering how it's being spread. Somebody has stolen the artifact, is taking bits of it off and planting it around, and that's spreading the corruption, creating these orbs. Creatures must be eating them. They're thinking they're plants and just ingesting them. So unfortunately, no bug stuff. And
we don't know what bears do when we're not looking, though, so that might be hope.
Have you ever seen a berry in orange?
Actually, there's extensive studies in the library in the capital around this. Yes.
Of course there is.
about bears putting oranges up their anus.
The ecology, it's well
The
understood.
famous zoologist.
Yeah.
Benjamin Butts.
Yeah.
Yeah, but all his stuff was a bit, biased.
Yes.
I mean, it's all.
Much of his
It's,
research was lost.
I can't want it in the shower.
It's a scroll, not a book. It's okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, did we mention this show is not for children?
What are you talking about? It's totally for children.
Oh yes, you can learn all manner of things.
It's
Anatomy.
very educational.
Yep.
It's
All,
got public service in it.
Very varied, but
PSA.
but not for children.
yeah, yeah.
Every weekend.
So yeah, I mean, it's all coming together, right?
Yeah, I mean that does make a lot of sense, I suppose. Yes, but who and why?
Who stole it?
Yeah, I mean, is it one person? Is it many? I mean, I'm still so surprised that that both Arctic and the Imperium have made really no qualms about
I
this.
gesture it up into the expanse, and I'm just like, I know, right? This seems like something that you want to not leave unattended. It's pretty bad out here.
Exactly. I mean, you've got enough problems going on.
I may go off on a bit of a conspiracy tangent here.
About to say.
What better way to secure your authority than by allowing some form of chaos in your outer regions
to knuckle down on your citizens and justify additional wars and conquest.
Where's the Silver Veil from here? You keep talking about these elves or your people, dark elves, that are like at some sort of, Darian used to say that, the Empire was in a war that's cold. Is that a saying in this world?
Yes, it's very standoffish.
With
Cold
Super
War?
chill.
As in, like, you're at war, but nobody's going to make the first move. It's all like just
No direct conflict.
sneaky, no direct conflict,
I
no
guess-
armies marching across the fields of valor to destroy each other and sing ballads of heroes. Anyway,
A lot of individual players, I guess you'd say, yes.
I like that because it almost sounds like the Empire has conveniently forgot to misplace this item and is slowly eating the Silver Veil in order to get rid of them.
Yes, I mean we're thinking very domestically here about the Imperium, but perhaps it extends even further over yonder against the enemies of your father.
He's mastermind.
If this is a weapon of some mass destruction,
I mean, if I was to fight Televiras, I'd definitely deal with the trees first because you like the trees on this side,
We do
like
that.
a lot.
Given Izmir's family's position, you're aware that the last major conflict between the two was about 100 years ago. But there's sort of, subtle pokes and prods every so often, but there's not been any open warfare in close to 100 years.
I mean, Moander's rotten art seems to be pretty specific with what it destroys, and it seems to only realistically affect one side of this conflict. Slap you on the back, and I'm just like, good work, Izmir! That's the most sense anybody in this party has made since we all got together.
Thank you. My entire culture is a lie.
so where is the Underdark from here?
With the what?
Where is the Underdark from here? We were told that. Thank you.
That was coming.
Strangely enough, in all of my years of study, I didn't realise the Underdark was down there.
It's also dark.
Yes.
Sorry.
Oh, I get it now.
Oh my god!
He's like,
But where is the axe? Where is the tunnel? Where is the hole?
For a day and a half
well, I saw this thing,
towards the mountains.
but we were, going that way. I can send Evelyn up again just to get more of a gauge and see if there's other landmarks that we
Is
can
this the
use.
grove, though?
I don't think this is the grove.
I thought this
It's got to be an arrow at this point, right? Unless, and I look down into the hole, does it look like it goes underground?
Yes, it does.
So there's a hole. Yeah.
It's quite dark down there. But you can see as far as your
And it's underneath.
dark vision goes,
60 feet.
you cannot see any end or bottom to it. You can see that the roots that were attached to it are sort of, withered away, and there's a huge gap down there, hole down there. You can't see a bottom of in that 60 feet.
Does it look smooth, kind of like a slide, like in Goonies or something?
It's quite,
How big is it? Only 4 feet, as big as the...
the root system was probably the initial entry point is quite narrow, but you can see that it opens up fairly quickly.
When the mulch comes away, that was kind of like holding the mulch together, but
Yeah.
then as it collapses away, there's like this big gaping hole underneath it. I mean, that goes pretty deep. Maybe this was the grove.
You had 60 feet dark vision? I got 120.
Yeah.
What do my travel eyes?
So Lionel sticks his head in.
Full hum. Side
Oh,
hit just jump. Does it look like a side?
You can see that probably about 90 feet down, it sort of curves and flattens out away
No, that's a
into the darkness that's under.
that's a spicy slippery dip.
And you're aware, having grown up in the Silver Vale, that the Underdark isn't necessarily a singular place, and there are tunnels that are likely all over the continent.
So we've got about a 90-foot drop before it seems to an incline starts.
From the looks of it, the climb down would be how difficult? Is there like a lot of roots? Or
There are lots of roots, and they're all sort of corrupted and dying, so it doesn't look like they give much of a handhold, and they'll probably crumble away now that you've removed the heart tree.
The handholds look a bit tenuous.
That's not what I'm saying. So, but there's enough sort of dirt and rock to the sides that you could probably get down if you're very careful.
Looks like we could make a difficult climb down. Some of those routes look like they will not take a heavy load at all.
Should we touch some ropes?
I have some rope.
I have 50 feet on my
And
pack.
it doesn't tell me how much.
I
have
rope.
rope.
50 feet. It's 50 feet.
I think even if it was a safety line, that'd be a great idea.
I have 50. How about you, Isabella?
Unfortunately, no. I have nothing.
You're well prepared for the road, yes?
We did time to just grab her while she was wandering
Yeah.
around the city. She's probably. Did you leave your backpack back at wherever you were staying?
She's
That's
still
rather
holding her shopping bags as well.
She left something on the boil.
Do you think this is the entrance though?
Yes, from the looks of it, considering the depth of it, how dark it is, how under it is. Yeah.
How northeasty it is.
And what is this grove that we're exactly going to anyway? What
That was
is-
my question. You guys, your party was the one that said you
Arctic
had-
led us here in pursuit of the person who had Moander's Blackened heart.
He just said
Well-
it came here and went underneath.
And that's where they
by a
lost...
place called the.
He scried, remember?
What did he describe the location as?
This one.
Well, if
The hole in the ground in the middle of nowhere.
if I had
In the corrupted grove.
if I had a little base where I was doing naughty little things, that sounds odd.
If
I
the
would-
Fishmears.
I would definitely
It's
have.
just like.
I would definitely have one of those weird little plants making little minions around my base. So I'd say this would probably be, unfortunately for this person down here, a good little landmark for us to come find him.
Yeah, Dungeon Master, my recollection was that Arctic had a bit of a Archmage brain fart, realised he could scry, and did attempt to scry, but couldn't get any deep past this point in his scrying. He said that there was a corrupted grove northeast and a tunnel that went into the Underdark, but he couldn't scry closer. Fill in the gaps there, but there was something to that effect.
Yes, and that's pretty much exactly what happened. And you getting the feeling that based off what you've just seen, and your sort of knowledge of some arcane arts, that he probably had trouble with the scrying because it's no longer a whole individual artifact.
Right, yeah.
And likely this is the last place the person was in contact that he may suspect or may not know much
So they're like coming up
Scrying has to be a
from the
person who's
dark,
realised
planting
after I
them,
said scrying.
and then bailing back down.
Very,
Well, that's me, Salt, and I jump in.
Wait,
Well,
my rope!
jumped in. Hayden had asked
I just get
to do something that isn't a real thing.
Cool moment.
Just the
no more aggressive gardening, Eleni.
You just go in, but your hat stays at the top.
Can somebody bring that with me? The hat is always probably 4 feet. Like this one. So big. No, I tuck and jump, grab a hat and go like this and I go, ah!
You pull on the string and it just goes.
So I'm just going to sort of autopilot do something with Eleni for a second because Katie's asked to do something.
just
Which
imagining you just
I can mechanically make work using
Yeah.
skills. Eleni sort of, you see that she goes
Shit, we're
quiet
gonna get copy strike, huh?
as
Thanks, man.
Another one.
DMCA strike.
begins to cast Beast Sense upon seeing some spiders in the Underdark and takes control of them because she would like to have a look around without going down. And how long is the distance?
It's very cerebral for
Wait,
Eleni.
where are the spiders?
just around there.
Little holes.
Around the room?
Yep.
Oh, so you just get... Okay.
Yeah, in the rocks under the earth.
Yeah. And so, while Eleni is using Beast Sense, exploring the cave with some spiders, she gets the sense that
She gets a strong ping from Faustus, who is actually like a beast of an elf.
using spidery senses, senses that there are some vibrations
Using her spider sense.
within about
Spidery senses, no trademark infringement there.
probably about 100 feet down the tunnel. There are some vibrations that the spiders are picking up along their sort of web network. Not too sure what that might be, but there is some movement down there.
Moving?
Small
Some
halfling
movement
is stuck in the
down
web.
Excellent.
The sheet
I
of
still do. I
approaches.
still jump in.
Lilith jumps in. As you see that hole continues to sort of crumble around the edge as more and more decay sort of falls.
You just watch me do
We
it.
covered the fact that it wasn't like a Goonie-like
Now,
super.
did we affix the ropes, or has Lilith jumped in? And
No, I jumped without nothing.
Yeah, I'm in the middle of starting to pull my... I was just pulling my rope out.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, just see with the rockets.
Yeah, Isabel doesn't have dark vision, so she's kind of looking
Right,
at it.
I will get
So
Lilith
like-
to make a dexterity save to see if you can grab onto anything in that cave that might assist.
14.
14. You fall about 15 to 20 feet before scrambling for handholds, but eventually you manage to catch on and slam into the wall. And that's far
Ouch.
enough to take at least a little bit of damage. 3 points of bludgeoning damage.
Can I not hold on to anything?
You just want to keep going?
I just want to go.
Alright.
I'm letting it just slide me through.
Yeah.
But the only thing I would do is if I seem like I'm going to take a bend or something like that, I'm just going to acrobatically push myself into a position where I can slide around it rather than just bang into it and go. Instead of going down a
In
pipe and
essence,
going
we've got
bang, 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 bang,
A
bang.
straight line of 90 feet.
Yes.
And then there's a curve at 90 feet.
Yep.
So that it's not it's a...
Oh, just straight and
so-
straight.
Yes.
Boom.
Oh, in that case, yeah, I will.
Made it terrible.
I will sort of
I'll
grab a hold of
Oh,
something
shit.
and drop down, and then yeah. How much damage was it?
Significantly more now.
You see
Watch
that,
me grab a couple of things.
as, Lilith progressively falls, catches, and at any moment you feel like she's going to miss a handhold or a foothold or a root hold, but eventually descends to that curve. And you can see now, when you're down there, that it now becomes a traversable tunnel. It's quite flat. Still a bit of a decline.
Come on! I'm just standing at the edge with my rope and I'm like, ah!
You've seen this happen all the way down the entire 90 feet.
Yep.
I attach my rope to yours, so we now have 100 feet of rope.
Nice.
Ish.
We have nothing to tie this to because everything is dead.
There's got to be a rock.
Can we
Hurry
gather, can we gather a whole bunch of mulch or something and just make a big old heavy
Maybe Eleni can hold it as we all climb down.
and then she just
She just barbarian. Switch to
Damage.
rage
It's a D6 for every 10 feet. You can survive 9 D6.
Oh god.
Rage, easily survive. Not even
Just-
half a health.
Exactly.
Stick your
That's
axe into
the
the
meme.
wall like Errol Flynn and just
That's the meme.
Actually, did I pick something up for that?
Kratos jumping
It's
off.
Katie, come on. She's jumping in head first knowing she's going to survive.
yeah.
Oh,
Head butting
I
the
have
floor.
slow fall.
Well, she probably saw Lilith and just
How
went,
many people do you
okay,
cast
that looks fun, and just jumps in.
It's not a spell.
Oh, it's an ability.
Yeah.
You got slow for, yeah.
Yeah.
You can
You just go.
You can just go.
Yep.
And just
As
be
soon
like,
as in a couple of levels, you can just run straight and vertically.
Yeah.
If you're-
Erin, how strong
In a
are you?
couple
Yeah, can you just
What's your
hold us?
strength?
It'll take the Isabel lift.
12.
Nope, never mind.
Yeah, you guys are on.
So if one of us held on to Isabel, would you be able to float us down?
No.
Okay, so let's try.
Because everyone made very large characters, so no. Possibly Ares.
I'm just gonna start climbing down.
Climbing.
Yeah, I'm going to climb
If you're going to climb down with the rope, make athletics checks.
We're gonna hold the rope here too,
Have
right?
advantage.
Eleni and I.
So Isabel is.
Yeah, you're fine because if
Yeah.
slow fall and monk
Advantage,
stuff,
he says.
You can make it cool and do parkour
you
stuff.
say there's advantage?
But
He did.
Because
you
yeah,
got the
that,
rope and you got to plan to
that was a nat
raging.
It was 213.
Oh.
one. Oh yeah, heaps better.
Katie's gonna do the old, like, up on the wall thing.
Oh, she is. Okay. I'm gonna
So
write that down afterwards.
Oh, any?
So I got an 8.
An
It
8.
was.
That was after rolling in that 1.
Alright.
So 8 was
18 for
improvement.
me.
18.
13 plus 0. Straight 13.
So who's going first?
Well, as they
Lilith.
come down, yeah, I've gone first.
Yeah.
As I see them starting to come down, I go, sweet. I'm gonna cast invisibility on myself. And I'm gonna start moving ahead.
Okay.
I'm gonna scout ahead. I'm gonna.
So
Isabel
I'm
goes
going
down
last.
you're
next.
going last.
Yeah, just see me go.
I'll go after Lolliput.
Right. So you get about 15 feet down, and then you lose your grip,
Yes.
and you start to plummet down the rope.
I'm
You can make a dexterity save
Oh,
to see whether you can reach out.
So I
So
can
that could
see.
be that could be athletics.
are you making the save?
This is going to be athletics check.
Free falling.
I believe I can fly.
It's a 3.
I believe
Feel
I
you
can
touch on so Lolliput's arm, and you can feel it slowly falling down.
Caress
as you let
ever-
go.
caress ever so
All of
lightly.
it fast.
Can I?
Think about
Can I say, Horses, head for the wall! And I'm going to cast web on the wall
Oh my.
Okay.
Nice.
Yep.
to snare him.
All right. Web on the wall.
Good. You're
False to speak and acrobatics check to see if you can tort yourself in the air well enough to
Please.
catch the web.
Come
My
on.
spidery sense is tingling.
My arachnid.
Very spidery thing.
Say acrobatics.
Yes.
It's 9.
No.
Can I give him some direction
It's
with
a-
my dark vision? Can I help him in some
It's a
way?
20-foot cube.
Well, hold, yeah.
So you
I
can
was-
web the entire
the web,
section.
yeah, web is
We
20
can
foot
web
cube,
all the way
just
across.
web the
Yeah.
entire
You can
hole,
fall
and
into
he
the
can just
web.
be
Because
like,
he's falling close to the wall.
So you are currently restrained by the web.
I'm stuck into the
But
wall.
we can say that over the course of a few minutes, Falsus manages to break his way free of that restraint and back to the rope.
he could just dismiss the spell.
Or he could then
it's
makes
fun
his
to
jump.
watch.
So then Falsus just plummets it.
I,
There web.
I'm
That's what he could have done. He could have webbed himself every
lecture
15
as I'm
seconds.
climbing down towards him.
So,
my house.
Falsus eventually gets down, gasping for breath, and his heart beating very, very fast with that adrenaline of almost plummeting 90 feet to a certain depth.
Which-
Looking around, you see nothing because
do I
dark.
feel spider or Lenny crawling all over me? Because
that was like the familiar where you go into a creature and beast
Yeah.
sense it. So she's released that as she's come down now because she was
Oh.
blind and deaf during. There's no sign of Lilith. In fact, it is very dark. The only light is coming from above, and even that being nighttime is just a little bit of moonlight that's crept through.
I call up to Lolliput and say, thank you, Lolliput.
Oh, don't mention it.
Then
I used to call
Isabel just basically
Yeah.
slowly goes past everyone on the rope and is down.
Just flipping everyone
Lolliput,
off.
what was your original? Yours was
13.
13. So you make it down. It's a bit of a struggle. You're not used to this kind of athletic,
No, I use his
Exertion.
suspicion class.
but you do get down there. And then Ismir.
Yeah, 18.
Easily done.
I'm that guy that's only using his hands,
Yep.
no feet. You know, like, ooh.
Then Melanie retrieves the rope and does her shimmy down the walls.
Not like that.
This would be great if we roll a natural one on Melanie's, and you don't. So Melanie gets down there easily enough. You can see that her sheer size and wingspan is enough to sort of shimmy down that. And you find yourselves in a cavern in the Underdark. Lilith, how far off have you gone?
As far as I can go.
As far as you can go.
Damn girl.
Lilith is off.
How far do I go until I find something?
Visible. You
I
about
am stealthing as well.
it was about another 100 feet down that part of the tunnel. You start to hear the scraping and sort of crushing sound of something. Sounds like something's digging through the walls nearby.
I'll keep stealthing forward and just see if I can get a bead on what it is.
Alright, so you do have dark vision. So you come across a hole in the Underdark, in the side of the tunnels, and you can see that there's a creature with like a heavy carapace and really thick, heavy claws digging its way sideways through that passage and into digging its own passageway further into the Underdark.
And then my one keeps going further.
Yep.
Okay.
So it's made a sort of a side branching tunnel away. You can see there's broken through the wall on the other side as well.
Yeah. Okay.
There's a bit of rubble around.
Alright, note that and keep going forward.
Okay. So
So we'd be able to see if there's dust, like footprints, right?
you can see
Yeah.
some
As,
little
as you can
footprints,
see,
yeah.
you
So
can.
this context, this is dark.
I can-
dark
I got-
in here, right?
I get dark
yeah.
vision.
Okay,
Full darkness.
I'm full pulling out my lantern, putting a candle,
Yeah.
in, getting and going.
All right.
Isabel stays near you. She
So
has
the
no
light suddenly flares to life, blinding people briefly. You see
What?
that
Someone-
flash of
sorry,
light from around the tunnel.
Sorry.
Assuming your companions have lit something.
So
You dad on spot.
I see it get lit and I go. I'll move a little bit ahead and then I just pull out a little piece of copper wire and then I will I think that will dismiss my invisibility.
So Lilith moves
Or
ahead,
cast a spell. I don't do anything.
and you can
Move
see
forward.
that the tunnel continues on a slight decline in a more or less straight line for the next few hundred. Well, you're going to see the 60 feet. So as far as you can see, you just keep going. It just appears to be a slow descent down.
I'll go a little bit and then I'll be like, this is going to take a while. And then I'll start backing up and I'll try and catch them before they head past the creature that's making the side tunnel. And then a disembodied voice will be like, Psst. Ah. Don't worry, it's just me. And like, a bit of rock just floats in the air and just goes,
Oh my god, she's turned into a rock.
no, I'm invisible.
Oh, that makes more sense.
No, I just picked up the rock and actually, can I turn myself into a rock? Anyway, something to worry about later. There's a creature just up ahead. It seems to be singular. It's minding its own business. Didn't really care that I was around. We could probably just ignore it and keep moving on.
To be fair, you are invisible though.
Yes.
Yes, we aren't.
Yeah.
Just don't make a lot of noise. It's pretty far into a side tunnel. It's building itself out. It's making a lot of noise with its big,
Oh, he's just boring.
He's just exactly.
Okay, he's a boring creature. Alright, understood. Let's leave him.
I mean, it looks interesting.
Is it a dangerous looking creature?
So it's an interesting boring creature?
That looks pretty dangerous.
Yeah. Is there any way for me to know what it could be?
Does it have a large beak?
Being from the Feywild, I would say probably not.
Probably not.
Can you describe it to our friend here?
It's got a giant carapace, big claws. Looks like a big. What do you
I
call
mean,
it?
you
Big
didn't
claw.
see the front, but the base description that you get, having been around the Underdark and Drow societies, you assume that it is an umbrella.
Carapace, you said?
Yeah, like a buggy carapace.
Okay, so this thing's called an Umber Hulk.
That's a bad thing.
That's not a good thing.
Oh, do we want to deal with it or?
Well, it's only not a good thing if it knows we're there.
Yeah. All right. Well, I can get past.
I mean, everything around here will kill you. It's just a matter if it wants to.
Nice. It's exactly like the Feywild.
It's like sleeping next to you.
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah.
That you feel like something poking.
Don't touch me.
Anyway, I'm going to go ahead. You guys try and get yourselves across away from the creature, and I'll just be close by just in case you completely fuck it up. Sorry, correction, when you fuck it up.
That's fair enough.
So kind, Lilith. You've changed since you've become a princess.
Empress Princess.
Emperor Prince. Yes, double majesty, I know.
Would Lollipop know if the torch would be a bad idea near the Umber Hulk?
You would get the sense that it would probably give away your position, but would also probably impact its ability to sort of see very well in the Underdark with bright light in its eyes.
Okay, so here's the thing. I know you guys need this torch to see, but while it is, a potential deterrent against a lot of the things that live in the darkness, it also will let those things know exactly where we are. So,
Oh, yes, I know. I've got this. And I'm just going to pull my lampshade down. And it's going to completely stop the light.
brilliant, awesome, easy enough.
Would that be okay?
I think that could be fun. I think we could do a.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
Say
I'll
lights
face it away.
or something.
Face it away. Face it away.
Oh, so if we work with a Falstus at the front or the back, and me at the other end, and you two non-dark visions, non-dark fizzies, as we like to call them, are in the middle, are a delicious sandwich. We'll make our way through the tunnel that way. That way we don't need to have the lantern on.
Honestly, I'm following you word for word.
Okay, great.
So they're gonna walk in pitch darkness. Perhaps we could use a rope.
Great idea. We didn't use that rope. Oh, we did use a rope up above. Let's cast a bit.
Well, I had 50, you had 50. We tied together.
We have about 10 feet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did anybody else have any rope that was unused?
I have a shovel.
Oh, I know. I take out some of my cravats. I
His
get
bell
a whole
has
cravat.
I make it like a magic.
Don't tie them
This
together.
is hanky.
No.
Immediately starts stuffing down.
No,
just say the
no,
tunnel
don't do
glass,
that. But
like
that one's really that
40
one's
feet
special
past
one.
and just wait for
The shovel
I'm
would
just
do it
gonna
as well.
watch. I'm just gonna
You know,
watch
so
what happens. So invisibility stays up for an house.
as long as we.
Alright. We will take we'll call the session there. That's a good spot because it was
What time is it?
10 o'clock.
Yeah.
I like
that
the-
was awesome again.
I like the image of Lolliput trying to stop us from messing with his cravats.
Horrifying music.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
Not the polka one.
Shall stop with the party just entering and begin to explore the nearby access point to the Underdark, and we'll pick that back up next week as we go into episode 12.
Whoa.
So,
Quick question: does anyone know why I have pepper underwear in my item list?
Do you seriously pick up that?
I remember.
As a character or as as yourself?
No, there was definitely I remember
Anyway,
there was a thing.
we'll talk about this.
Yeah.
thank you for joining us, and we shall see you again next Thursday.
Bye.
See you guys.
Pepper undies.